More Dyson Spear program. We are. Got to the point last night where we are continuing to not cheat. That's not the right word. We're getting to focus on this one. This one requires us every time we get it, we get 6% reduced ore consumption. It's apparently infinite, meaning I need 10 more. So that's 12. 36, I'm not going to do this, 72, 40, 80, about 2 million whites. But each time we do it, we get much more resources. So, but yeah, we're almost certainly going to have to upgrade this thing because this is not going to hold up to creating 2 million white blocks. Good evening. Just doing the maths on how many white blocks we need to get infinite resources. It's about 2 million white blocks. So that's not going to happen in a hurry. I assume you've done white blocks in your game. They're such a pain in the arse because there's 6 inputs, 1 output.
Yep.
Good evening, Henry. Are you away? You abandoned us? Try and move this across. See if I can. So it appears now at this second, our limiting factor is the generation of whites. So I was going to see if I could crank that up any. Ah. This is why I don't like these conveyor belt doobies. It's very hard to tell if it's going through. I think that's going through. It is. It's very hard to tell. Yeah, I might need to do. Well, we might need to do one or two things. We might need to do either some major reorganizing, which is possible, or produce them elsewhere. Now, see, we've got the items, but not the. Got the resources but not the speed. You see, I can crank it across to production speed up. And at this point we've quite a surplus of greens and we almost have a surplus of purples, which is unusual. Good evening, Mike. Good evening. So if I don't care about the amount of resources we're using, which I kinda don't, this gives us 50% more whites. The 0.9... sorry, Henry, you mean the 0.8? Obviously the mod's not 0.9, the mod is 0.8. It's just the game that's 0.9. Yeah. But yeah, we've now got the proliferation. We've now got the we've all got the bits and bobs. Oil. we don't have is enough room on this bloody planet. We're not. I think this is the asleep lines. I think these lines are for. What's that making? Refined oil. I don't think I should use. I think this entire system here is for. Oh, we do actually appear to be doing some of this. This is doing something. This is only just to supplement the this, which is directly filled from another planet, like from an actual vein of those. Let's just get them running for a moment. Actually, now the whole system just sort of.
Ready for me to join?
Yeah, it's good.
I'm wanting to try something. Can you save it first?
Yeah, you're going to try some mods at your end.
Yes, just some UI stuff. Like the statistics.
Yeah, go for it. It's all saved?
Okay. Nope.
No, are they not? Multi-mod's not compatible.
Yeah, it didn't like something.
That's a pity.
Oh, I know why.
I mean, this is always. I mean, I know you and I have very different stances on mods, but this has always been one of the ongoing issues. Is I want this mod and this mod. Well, you can't. And it's certainly more when we're doing what this game's doing, which is to quite literally hack in the mod as opposed to being something the devs have supported. I'm very much feel that devs should support mods, but not as much as I feel devs should get it right, you know, themselves. But yeah, this is my other issue. Mods is say when you have a mod and that mod is the mod you play. You don't play the game. You play the mod until that mod suddenly isn't supported anymore. You know, the mod author gets bored and moves on, and that's. I did used to do mods back in the old days, and these things happened to me endlessly. That always put me off getting too invested in a mod.
Trying again.
Okay. Oh, here's Mia's joining the game. Please wait.
So bottleneck is not just client side.
Oh, because you don't actually have all the information on your one, do you?
No, it's just that specific mod. It uses some other library mods. And those were the ones that were complaining. But yeah, no, I've got Cruise Assist and something else on.
Cruise Assist? That help you find places.
Nice. The view station contents.
So we got a whole 3,000.
So what Cruise Assist does is it lets you lock onto a planet and it makes sure that you get to it instead of missing like I did before.
Yeah, I did kind of think this. I think the flying around in space is super, super, super cool. And I really enjoyed it. And now I want an upgrade for my robot so I never have to do it again. Because quite frankly, the novelty wore off. I just want an autopilot.
Yeah.
The same thing with Eve. I was in one of the pieces for Eve, and one of the complaints a lot of us had is we really want autopilot. People are like, oh no, why don't you get killed on the way there? I'm like, oh, I want autopilot with an alarm then. But the fun is from flying. Like, dude, I had to fly like I spent 6 hours flying from A to B one evening. I'm like, this isn't fun. This is a grind. Please let me automate this sort of stuff. You know, at the beginning of the game, you have it. The player is required to do something like that. But as the player progresses towards the end game, they can get rid of the grind. I think something a lot of games are quite bad at, and so this is my biggest problem with Icarus, is the grind of the start of the game is still there after 20 hours. You're like, oh, after this long, I kind of want the grind to be gone now. Actually, I want to have automated it away in some cool fashion.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you can start sending out some space warpers,
They should be.
I've got a bunch of carbon nanotubes that are waiting for export.
They should be already. You just need to request them, I believe.
They're being requested.
Space Warpers. Now, I'm pretty sure they're sent from just over. Yeah, now Shark is also requesting Space Warpers, you see. They just might not be enough to go around.
That's the problem.
I've got 70 in transit, so 70 have just left. We've got a whole 20 in storage, though. We are not making very many because it's all the same ingredients as green cubes. Yeah, so if you want more Space Warpers, young lady, I need.
Well, technically, it's the ingredients is just one graviton lens.
Yeah, but one graviton lens. Oh, actually, no. Hold on. We should be doing all right.
If you back convert it from a green cube, you get a lot more efficiency out of it, though.
Huh? But green cube has a quantum.
You get
chip
8
as well.
space warpers per one green cube.
2. I wish it was 8.
Wait, what? 2?
Yeah, one lens. Just look. One lens, one quantum chip is 2. 8 would be amazing, but no, it's 2.
No. Look at the recipe for space warper.
Space warper
from green cube.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. So at the cost of one quantum chip, which is the thing we're lacking.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair.
So in that case, it's a lot easier if we just go the graviton lens route.
Actually, we are doing it via greens. That is the way we're doing it.
So switch it to graviton lenses. It's less costly.
Well, the goal is to make more. We need more. Actually, hold on.
Oh.
I think we're actually backed up on this. We need more greens, more research things. Bloody hell! When did that happen?
I got kicked.
Oh.
But it didn't error out. Or, I mean, it didn't, it seems like I can just rejoin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, there we go.
Not like it takes long.
I just got an error, but that's the same transport part execute.
Well, that took a little longer.
Hello. Shauka, on your comment about the seeing people's view cones, you can, obviously, ships have lights out the front, so you can see which way they're looking.
Yeah, but VR headsets will weave more and seem organic.
Oh shoot, that was a big noise. What did I delete? Nothing important. Okay.
Requesting join.
Yep, it just saved, so now it's an excellent moment.
Join.
It's so nice to see the name.
Yes. It does make such a difference. It does make such a difference. Holding down W while pointing to the planet does stop you missing it, but does require you A, energy, and B, paying attention. I'm not gonna judge which particular issue we were suffering with here, but I'm just saying those are the two requirements. This is being slow.
No, it's more in the warping that's the pain in the ass.
Yeah, you can really overshoot it because it goes from a couple of pixels to quite big very fast, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I'm successfully in.
Hooray! Oh, there's going that way. Just went the other way. I was also saying we should encourage Henry and Sai and Max and everyone just to go and find a planet. Take some stuff with you. Go and find a planet. Start cranking up all the resources. So I really I feel that I should at any point I should be able to query my entire every single interstellar logistics station and what it's carrying, because then I know what we've got.
See, there is a. I was going to test to see if that mod works.
But it should just be part of the game. I have a funny feeling that the devs don't actually play it this far. Like, I have a funny feeling that the devs play it up to a much earlier part and then go, right, that's the playtest done. Because we got to the point where, you know, I mean, if you guys come back to Dora World, you're probably going to be spending a bit of time going, I don't know where any of this stuff is because I've not been here for a bunch of time. And if I get to any of your planets, I'll be like, I assume all this shit works. I don't know.
Play testing for hundreds of hours often with a small team.
Yeah.
Would be a significant drain.
Yep. I completely agree. You can, oh, come on. Come on. You're gonna make me delete that, aren't you? The game, stupid conveyor belts. There we go. Right, much nicer. Give you an upgrade. I'll be there. Now, it's another one of Schalke's. These are new.
Specials?
Yeah, unfortunately they're right in the way. It's not even funny how much that's in the way. Oh, in fact, could you not? Could you get rid of all that, please? And for fuck's sake, use logistics drones. Because, like, we have, well, I would say we're running out of real estate, but we're not as space, as much space as I would like. And I'm trying to build, I've just spent a whole bunch of time rearranging the ground so we can get some more research stations. And I can't because you've got your floaty things. Just use logistics drones. They're so much nicer. They are. Search your feelings. You know this to be true.
This is like not enough distance that logistics drones would be handy.
Right, but I guarantee you, if you stick down, all you have to do is there's even a planetary logistics station here. Remember, those microprocessors are coming from off-planet. So you don't need... I mean, I would start by, I want a whole bunch of resources here, pop down a planetary logistics station, request them, and see which ones turn up. And if they don't, then send them across. but these should all... Yeah, dude, please, seriously. I'm trying to keep this fucking area tidy. I've been trying to tidy this up, and you're just making it into a...
I'm trying to give you space.
You're making it an unexpandable mess, is what you're doing. Right over the middle of where I'm working. Just use the logistics stuff. We are past conveyors now. That is a done thing. Yeah, Deckers, I think I should be able to. The game should be able to work out rather than going, no, that's a bad angle. But you're building Shaka right above my area here. There's no segregation here. You've just twatted your bollocks all over this. Like right above the bloody rail ejectors. And where all the research is and where I've spent literally 90% of my time. So, no. Gone. Please.
So what materials are you needing? The most?
Quantum chips the last time I checked. But I'm not sure if that's actually quantum chips or something a bit further down the chain. I will go check. What's this doing? Need some glass in my inventory. So if I do that... Okay. Why did I need glass in my inventory? I can't remember now. I'll research things.
I don't know, but it makes sense to me because that was the last thing that I had to beef up in my single player.
I will let you know quite soon. Well, not that soon, because as soon as I've managed to get enough room, I'm going to be making more green research cubes, because that's what we are bottlenecking on right now, is green research cubes. Once that's done, I should be able to tell you. I suspect it's quantum chips, though. But I think it might actually be plain filters, not quantum chips, sorry. Zebra, I'm kind of aiming to get rid of all of those conveyor belts. It's just I'm not quite prepared to tear up existing stuff to make new stuff, just so I can do a little bit. But all of these conveyors all need to go. They're all outdated, antiquated, early parts of the game we built like 30 hours ago. This is why I want a way of analysing the planetary network and going, oh my goodness me, what a lot of we've got, or are lacking appropriately. But I know for a fact, because this is the planet I've been sitting on, that we are getting plenty of microprocessors from somebody or other on the interplanet network. They're not really made here, we mostly import them. But we should be able to just look at the I don't know, timetable, whatever you want to, however the game dresses it up, of stuff, and not just have
get
to do
some really good carbon nanotube production going on.
Well, in my single player, what I do sometimes, I just have to fly around going, I'm sure I'm doing it somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's rubbish.
Okay, so this mod that I'm currently running, it lets me see at a glance what the stock is inside of a logistics network station, so I can look for any big orange zeros or whatever to see, okay, I need to look for that to see where it's bottlenecking.
Yeah, I mean that would be a start, certainly, being able to guns. But I want to just browse all the ones on the planet. I don't even want to run around. Oh,
and there's one for that, and I need to figure out which one that was.
Right. So
and see if I can get it in working without the server having it.
Yeah. So we are out of. I think we are making. Well, apparently we're making 200 cubes a minute. That's what it says. Yeah. So we're still stuck on quantum chips. Right. We're making them, but we're not making very many. I think we've got more use across the planet than we're making. So let's see. Quantum chips are bottlenecked on plain filters. Plain filters are bottlenecked on not enough room, it looks like. Yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
They're bottlenecked on what?
We've got 13 plain filter crafters right now, and they are all going flat out. The issue is, I mean, I guess I could boost them, because there is boostability right here. But yeah, mostly, I can't do much else. I've run out of room. So that's a bit of a mare. No, Dego Show. No, it would not. The game doing it would be great. A mod doing it is it's not great. That's just mods are for when there is a shortcoming in the game. This is a game in early access. This should be part of it. Being able to properly manage, analyze, and watch my interstellar and planetary logistics system is far more important than a fucking 3D editor to modify the looks of my vehicle, Icarus. Like, it's that sort of not really sure anybody was asking for that sort of thing. Oh, come on, please let me get out. What is that? Water. Why do we have a water tank here?
It might be the case that that was just somebody on the team that worked on that.
That's a big feature, though. I mean,
I know, right?
yeah, for all of my...
And they just happened to get it done earlier or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, for all of my what a bunch of bollocks this feature is, because quite frankly it is, it's a hell of a big feature. It's a weird one to even implement. If they'd done it so you had little additional bits you could click on little predetermined meshes onto the thing, that's cool, that's fine. But what they've done is a genuine 3D editor where you have to place vertices and stuff, and it's just odd. So yeah, plane filters or quantum chips. I mean, we are requesting plane filters off the planetary logistics station, but there are none anywhere on here. I don't know if any are being sent internationally. No, interplanetarily. Apparently there are. So yeah, we have an
Waterfall has some production.
Yeah, there's none in progress, I'm afraid. This is where I want to go. Oh, click, click, click. Let's have a look. I mean, having to fly there to look at it, I think I'm past that part. So yeah, plane filters, Esmir, would be great. Like,
Did you ever start flying around the stars?
I did. I've been out to the stars, but the problem is, this is what I mean about having to put it. Like, there's too much to do just on Dora World without spreading my very tiny brain even thinner. I want to make more whites, but that is a absolute pain in the ass because it's, as I said, it's 6 in, 1 out. So you can't make a nice sort of arrangement. And I guess I could offload from a different height. I'm sure there are some people who've done amazing setups for these, but I should be able to. Yeah, see the out. So I can't out to here, because that's too far. Or can I? Yeah, it's too far. Now in theory, we don't out that one, because that's the whites. The research thing can go there, but then I can't load in. Well, I can. I'd have to jiggly them. That's not very helpful either, really, because we look at plane foot. We have an issue of plane foot. It's producing 101 a minute. Right, can I click on that one and start filtering? No. So, local planet's 101. Entire star cluster is 121. So I would assume that Shalk's planet is making 20 of these a minute. But I don't know which planet that is. So that's not very helpful. Because then I'd have to go through...
That's on Golden Waterfall and Ash's the name.
Yes, but I'm not... I mean, there's no easy way of doing it. So I can see that we're producing 20 a minute. That's cool. That's cool. But does, for example, if... when an interstellar transport leaves, does that count as a consumption of 20 and a production of 20 on Dora World? Or does it not? How do I see the transmission of the materials? I assume that Shalk is making them a nice 20 per minute, which is not as much as Dora World, but, you know, it's better than nothing. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to do it there. And that kind of makes me a bit sad because it's not in a nice line. But then I have to get this in. Okay, so what I can do is I can come across here. And we don't need to actually have joined until that point, so we can join that.
I'm gonna relog real quick.
Okay. There. Do I have one of these? Yes, I do. Just the one. This is what I really hate, by the way, is when you can't do a nice flow, but you end up having to go like that. It's horrid. We don't do that. This gives me a little bit more room. This is why I want, ideally, I want all production gone from Dora World, 100% of it. It's not going to happen for a while, though. And we only get sent research cubes. That's the sort of plan. As things run out on Dora World, you know, we can just, instead of sending the base thing, we send the next one up. Alright, so now I should be able to offload from here. So all the research from this point to the left is going to
Wait,
be...
you can boost the research?
Yes, it gives you more hash. So we're boosting the research by 50% speed, and we're boosting...
Ready for me to join?
Good for join, yeah. So we're boosting the production of it by 50% speed, and we're boosting the research by blah hashes. But that doesn't actually change the number of cubes it needs, just the number of hashes. I'm not really sure what that is, by the way. Like, I understand the concept of hashes and creating a number of hashes, but I don't quite understand, is 1 cube worth blah blah hashes? Because when you research, it does say 10.8 million hashes. Does it have to generate a number of hashes and then consume 1 cube? I suppose? I don't know. Anyway, this should mean I can now offload like that. This means I can continue my horror along a single line. Esme, did you say you are sending carbon nanotubes then? Or hopefully.
They are set to send. They just need space warpers.
Because that means I should be able to upgrade our...
now, oh, there it is.
Okay.
You just need to set something to demand.
Yes. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a quick look at our bloody blah green ship, because I believe that the next tier of them requires carbon nanotubes, which would be spot on. There. Right, the hashes are the rate. So that's the rate at which it consumes cubes, which is fairly irrelevant for us because our limit is our issue's number of cubes, not time. come on, where did I make the... Well, let me get carbon nanotubes across. Remote demand, local supply. So for any interstellar logistics station that I actually want to talk to other star systems, I have to use up one of those 5 slots requesting warpers to it locally. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can use up one of those to request them to be brought in remotely.
Okay.
But if you have another source, you can just belt them in, and you can also belt out of that slot.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to take up a logistics slot.
No, that's okay. We'll go. I've just requested carbon nanotubes interstellarly. I'm not sure we were. Hold on, this looks good. No, it isn't. Let me stand there. Let's go to the map. I really wish the the applicator stuff was a bit more uniquely coloured. In fact, I kind of wish there was like a hollow view from Fortress Craft, I guess, which was based on the detective view from Batman. So I can just do it and it just sorts it all into resources. Rather than me having to do what I'm doing now, is just scroll the camera around and try and spot something that looks familiar. Oh,
I'm going to need to head to Dora World and resupply.
Okay. Oh, haha, yes, that could be fun. Forgot that you're, strange matter. But yeah, a signpost would be nice. Or waypoints, or hotspots, or some way of... Aha. There we go, that's it. Then I had to do the thing of go back to my character and hope that I notice which direction it was in. It's not ideal. Lost it again. I think I'm closer. That's it. Yeah, hopefully I can just request carbon nanotubes here and then use them to upgrade the blues to yellow, and then I just have to change a few of the requests around the and that's the other thing. I then have to request all of the Proliferator Mark II requests to Proliferator Mark III requests. Fucking yay. Are these third tier actually worth it? That's interesting. So it gets more applications, uses twice as much power, and either gives me 5% more products or an extra 50% speed. So it is worth it, but only for one of the two options. Right, so what I want to do is go home and think about my life. Get that out of the way. Now, also going to stop sending anything to space. Am I proliferating the accelerant? Yes. No. Oh god, that's the
All right,
point.
I'm heading back.
Like, we have 4,000 here that we're not using. I might, in a minute, actually just pull it back out of there so I can run it into the 3rd upgrade. This is the thing. I think they've been a little bit too generous on the accelerant. It's really good. It's quite endgame, I guess. But you get so many uses out of each one. Go down. In a minute that will be going, so I can stop that there. And that will become the final. But I go across there? Yeah, there you go. There's our carbon nanotube input. And that is going to be our accelerant level 3 output. Questioning why I have no carbon nanotubes. That bit when you come to it. Right, so why is it not giving me an option? Hey, achievements. I hope you all got the same achievement. You might not do because you're clients. Well, I'm having 50 logistics thingamajigs in space. Maybe you've already got it. That's also always possible.
I'm about to arrive at Dora World.
Saving. They do charge, but I'm not fast charging. And you can fit 12. There's an achievement to get charged by 12, but I can't quite work out what the trick is. Oh my. Wait, why is that so slow? Oh, because I've got to offload it, so it's going to take... Oh, I assume that says transmitting towards me. Yep.
All I see on the planet is you.
I assume your frame rate's just... Do you freeze, or do you not?
I do not.
Oh, I assume clients froze. Ah, now I understand why you think that there's an approach to going slowly. What happens from my point of view is the moment you get to the point where you know about the planet's surface, the server just stops dead and transmits everything to you. But I assumed that you guys froze at the same time. Oh, yes.
Oh, that had to be absolutely awful.
Well, it is. It's frozen dead here.
Because it wasn't just Dora World, it was the entire... Oh my god, it kicked me.
Oh, did it...
Well, that's going to be fun.
Oh.
My worst nightmare come true. So I can never come back.
Maybe we just prioritize simplifying Dora World.
Do what?
Make Dora World simpler so it actually loads.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Yeah, that's the plan.
Kind of what I have been slowly working with. But it has saved us, man, so you can just see. I mean, Dora World is now only 300,000 from running out of ore, or iron, or 400,000 running out of copper. And at that point, and this is why we want just get, higher tiers of things sent, and eventually, just research cubes. We don't even want to bother with sending the lower tiers for crafting here. We just want to send the top one. I will try that, Mike. The government have they're just about to make it illegal to do what they call misleading messaging, which is brilliant because I'm going to get so many people sent to prison on the internet.
Scamming?
No, it's they've got this wide-ranging bill, and it's very wide-ranging, stopping essentially people harassing other people on the internet. It's the TLDR. But for example, I just had someone saying that Tesla, they sold a guy a car and they removed the ability for some self-driving because it was second-hand. And it's like, it's just not true. It's just not true. It's as simple as that. I understand whether you may love or hate Tesla. That's up to you. I don't care. I have no opinion. It's just facts. And people just seem to be able to share anything they want on the internet with no issues whatsoever these days. And that annoys me. As I said, I very rarely have an opinion on things, apart from computer games. Mostly, I care about the truth, the objective truth. And it annoys me.
Okay.
That's the case. You're totally not loading.
So that timed out.
Oh.
Got the good error message. This time should work.
Well, maybe. So I have worked out, though, if you guys fail to join, I can kill it. If I press escape and double tap Y, it unpauses the game. So that's good. Less good. I am absolutely failing entirely to get any carbon nanotubes.
Esme is still
Okay,
loading.
trying again.
Press escape, Schalke.
Yeah, okay.
Be a group of 4x4. Four by 3 should do then, because the achievement's 12.
Okay, heading join.
Frozen up for some reason. Oh, it froze up the message. Haha, I think I broke the messaging system by pressing escape. Oh, seems to be going.
Yeah, see, I'm onto something. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I think I can't remember if you played Warcraft. I think we're into Anixia's Deep Breath here. But if I restart my computer and I'm only running Notepad, then it joins.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would it not be easy for me to put one?
I just need to get in so I can get off the planet.
Oh, you're not in? I thought you were.
No.
Oh.
Failed again. Truly, third time's the charm, right?
Well, maybe. Mike, this is my point. So this was a big anti-Elon Musk piece. Whatever. The point was, one of the things Tesla owners get very pissed about is the fact that they cannot transfer their full self-driving to other cars. So, yeah, I've broken that dialogue permanently, by the way. So when someone says, but now Tesla are removing it from the car, I'm like, that's the exact opposite of what happens, because this is an endless topic for discussion in the Tesla community. They feel if they purchase full self-driving on a car, the next car they get from Tesla should have full self-driving. It should be linked to their account, not to the car. That is not the situation. So having an article that's basically a hatchet job on Elon Musk saying, it does this, I'm like,
Okay, timed out again.
That's the exact opposite of what the Tesla community are really pissed off about. And that is why I know it to be bollocks, because everyone's continually wanting Tesla to do exactly what the article says they're doing, but aren't.
You said you're having issues with the carbon nanotubes?
They just not arrived, that's all.
I mean, it takes a long time. You could also be trying to import the whatever it was, spiniform, whatever.
That should be asleep because I only put it into quite a small thing. See, I said it's
I'll have to reconnect some other time.
I mean, we could try doing what we did before, which is just to get you in first, which is how we solved it last time. Which is fine. It only takes a few seconds.
Let's try that.
Okay, I'm saving it as
I just need to never come back to that system.
Well, not until we've cleared it up.
And I'll be fine.
Save. Okay, good for Esmir to try joining then.
Waiting for it to load up. I want to know why, like, for the past week, it's felt like my voice was like I just came back from a rock concert last night or something.
Old age.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Here's joining the game. Please wait.
Oh, come on.
It's doing it. It's fine.
No, I got an error message. Let me try it again.
What is the error message?
This should be the one.
Can you send me the error message, please, so we can pass it on to the dev?
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting an error message.
Next time that happens, I'll screenshot it.
Thank you. Oh, we've got some carbon nanotubes turned up.
It just pretty much says, could not load information from server. Please try again.
CRZ, I put stuff onto a subversion thing almost straight away. Like I simply start something, I create the new project, and then I create a subversion for it, even if I perhaps never ever do anything with it again. That's the first thing I do. So how am I gonna? Okay, we'll pull that up. So I'm always in a position to have it on every computer because I never know where I'm going to be. I am going to be very glad when COVID is properly over, because one of the things that I miss greatly is programming from places that are not home. I find I program much better, or I find myself less distracted when I've got a laptop and I'm in what many would consider to be an extremely distracting environment. I find that works very, very well for me. Don't know why. So that's why I do it. I will pass it on, but that's a terrible error message. Helpful. They were taking data from me for over 20 seconds. Oops, 20 seconds, which has an S in it and no M. Yeah, coding in cost. I mean, I've done it at like massive events. I did it at Eurogamer, which was great. It worked very well for me. Rather weirdly, I did it last week. I went to Arcade Club and I just sat there and did some programming. I found it's partly I can look up, I can see something interesting. That helps, and partly I'm on a laptop and I don't have 10 screens and Facebook and Netflix, and I have to get with programming rather than going, oh, I'm just going to see, I'm going to... Yeah, so it's that sort of thing. Also, I suspect it's good for my mental health to actually, get out of the house once in a while. Well, in theory, then, I now need to wait for all the current proliferation to die down. It doesn't help, CRZ, that I used to be a lot more regimented about where I did stuff. So it used to be that where I am now was work, and I play games on consoles, but since this stream, I now do that.
Do you want me to try again?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just sit on your key up key. You're transmitting weird noises.
There we go. Wait, what?
You were transmitting weird noises.
Oh, was my key held down?
It was. I don't mind. It's sort of going.
Oh, the sink is on
Ah.
nearby. Or rather, a faucet is.
Yeah, I know what a sink is. I don't know what a faucet is, other than what you do when something's about to break. CRZ, I will be getting back into coding streams quite soon. I'm at a bit of a crossroads. Discord, I do chat about the stuff I'm doing in Discord, but I haven't nailed down my exact plans between now and September, which is when Fortress Craft should start proper. Partly because, I might not do anything for the next 8 months. Oh, did you join?
No.
I think just started up again.
I was really hoping because it was really feeling like I was going to get it.
Yeah, I'm afraid there's nothing we can do apart from continue to...
Yeah. I'm patient. I can wait. I can just jump back into my single player and keep working shit out.
I'm trying to think of anything I could do. We could delete the save file, but that means you'll spawn on Dora World. I can delete the network part of the save file.
Yeah, it's fine. Go on without me. I mean, the only thing is, there's not enough power where I set up that thing. That's what I figured out is because it takes so much power to send a ship.
Actually, unrelated, we're out of power here. Blimey.
Requesting to join?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, Phoenix development starts later this year. I said to myself I would take a year off to recuperate and finish off other projects. And also, I have to do due diligence. I have to learn how to do HDRP, how to do modern VR. I can't just go with the knowledge I had last time I was near this stuff. I need to keep up. And that was one of the problems I had with some of the people I worked on Eden, is they hadn't. Their knowledge was 10 years out of date. And I made sure, I've got to make sure I am never in that situation. So I've been playing with HDRP, I've been playing with URP, I've been playing with volumetrics, all sorts of fun things. The plan for Phoenix, I will be full-time or near full-time on it on the 1st of October. That's the plan. I hope that's enough of a plan, because that's most of my plan right now. I need to empty all these out. This is demanding. This should hopefully pull all the ones... Oh, no, it won't, because they're all set to supply. Then I need to switch across this to blue. And then, not that I've made very many blues, because no carbon nanotubes. What I should have done is, come to you.
Yeah. Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to Dora World to try to prioritize the simplification.
I mean, mostly it's not on Dora World that needs to happen. It needs to happen remotely. So as the veins dry out, it is happening anyway. And then obviously stuff just needs to come from other planets. It's not actually on Dora World needs to happen. We need to be sure it's coming. Yeah, all the natural resources are coming at various levels here. Oh, the big in the Fortress Craft, in the Phoenix Dev channel on Discord, there's a lot of documents about sort of the plans for Phoenix, but which is quite a long and involved question, really. It is. That's not something I can sum up that easily, because there's a lot of changes. I mean, the main thing is the first version. Oh wow, I've only got 21. The first version of Fortress Craft Phoenix will probably just feel like patch 28. What patch I got up to? It won't feel like a new game. It will feel like a patch on Fortress Craft. There will be some major changes, and I'll do my best to make sure the first 5 minutes or so.
Wait, are we talking about the version that pretty similar to what what Patreons already have access to?
Yeah. So it'll be better than that, but
that's pretty big of a change already.
But it won't feel like a new game. There'll be a lot of assets still from Fortress Craft. So and
fair
so
enough.
The point is that it's going to be an ongoing developmental change, and I have all sorts of exciting plans, but best laid plans of mice and men, all that. But this is partly why I've not been talking about it too much. There's every possibility that one of the other games I release between now and then does.
Fucking stellar.
Yeah, possibly. I do really, really well in another game and I cancel it. It's probably not. Able to rejoin our busy world, which is where there. Bless Max. He's like, hey, if you thought about restarting the game, yes, I have tried that. But yeah, the main thing is that the cavern progression will remain, but will be part of the game. So there won't be now you're doing the Frozen Factory, etc. will be part of the base game. You will have a base. I'm getting rid of the you crash landed on the planet thing because, quite frankly, Subnautica fucking copied it, and to be quite honest, did a better job of it than I did. So I'm not doing that. I'm doing a different story. And then
fair enough.
So you'll have a base. You won't be just a crash base in the middle of nowhere. With a better internet connection, join just fine. Can you remember what port this game is?
It was quite a big load, but
yeah.
It's something stupid like 8823 or something. I don't know.
8469. Yeah. Max just said, "Can I try joining?" Like, of course you can.
I mean, you could just left the port blank. Port works well.
I had to remember my IP address as well. But yeah, I mean, essentially, Phoenix is I'm redeveloping Fortress Craft, not from the scratch, but I'm changing all the stuff that I would have written in Fortress Craft the first time. If I'd known the first time, that's how I would have been doing it. Like rooms. Rooms will not be an optional, that's nice. They will be part of the game. Your base will live inside rooms. Right now, what we've got as a base is ridiculous. You just shove it out in the open and go, there you go, here's my base. It's ridiculous. So that sort of stuff will be part and parcel of the game from the beginning. But obviously this is not going to happen in a... If I hit clear and reset, by the way, on a logistics station, does it drop everything on the ground?
Yeah, it can do that.
Yeah, if your inventory's full.
Well, I definitely can't carry 5,000.
You could have it so that the machines that you want to run in a room, they only get their power through being in a room.
Yes, possibly. I mean, quite frankly, I can just force it. I don't need to justify it to anyone. I just go, it rains a lot on this planet and shit goes rusty. You know, that can be my whole justification if I so desire. But the point is that when Fortress Craft shipped...
Sulfuric acid in the atmosphere.
Yeah. But when Fortress Craft shipped, there weren't any rooms. So it was very hard for me to say to people, hey, I need to break your base because rooms are now essential. Yeah, Fortress Craft Hindsight Edition. Oh, I think Max might be joining. So if Max, you're on the stream, bear in mind, the dialogue box that tells me that you're joining has not come back. That's broken. I pressed escape during it, but I assume this is Max connecting now.
Spooktober joining the game.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you've got a dialogue box. Now this guy has a good internet connection. Or better. I hope he times out, because if he fails to connect, he can fix it. The worst bug to fix is when you can't reproduce. Because I said that to people, I'm like,
yes,
I'm not arguing with you that you've got the bug. I believe you've got the bug, but if I can't produce it, I can't fix it. However, if I can break it 100% of the time, I can fix it 100% of the time.
Usually the only bugs that I report are the ones that I can immediately reproduce. Or ones that I know exactly what I did. Otherwise, it's like, I don't know. Maybe you could find it. I don't know.
Couldn't the developer want to know about partially reproducible things?
Ah, bugger, he got in. Yeah.
Still saying
Might
that
be on.
Spooktober joining the game.
Sorry.
Oh. So did you say it still says that he's joining the game?
Yeah.
That's the dialogue saying you're connecting, by the way. Poor guy. I feel sorry for him. As I said, overall, I want to reiterate this. They have done a superb and spectacular job. Genuinely they have. And I'm very happy to help out with the bits that are a little bit broken, because it is a lot of work and it's hard, and we also have quite a big base going on, and we've actually played it multiplayer as well. Like this whole playthrough has been 100% multiplayer. Shall I say that again and try restarting the game? Because there is a possibility something is just
Yeah, we can do
lucky.
that.
So I'm gonna Max, hope you're watching. So I'm gonna save again. I'm gonna restart the game entirely. As Mia will join first.
Oh yeah, let me switch back.
This is special. I mean, the worst bug I had was game crashed at the end. Game crashed when the music started on Race Driver Grid at the end of the real-time 24-hour Le Mans event. And it took 24 hours to reproduce it. I'm like, I'm not fixing this.
Doesn't cheats come in play? In that
No,
part?
because you see, if you cheated, the bug didn't occur. If that makes sense, because if you skip time, the 24-hour issue didn't kick off.
I guess the game of how can I cheat that it reproduces is not a fun game to play. Like, you are like time warping the clock, but are you time warping the whole program?
Yeah. Well, you're not. That's the thing. Okay, Esmir, it's good for you to try joining then.
You said 8469?
Whatever the default port is. I haven't changed it. I just wanted to tell Max what port we were using. It's the default one. Esmir joining the game. Please wait. But as I mean, I'm just chatting with the developer of the mod here, just saying at this point, it's Esme's internet connection is causing it for some reason. We don't know why. We've no idea what that reason is. Yeah, no, I can see it's not connected. It's died on you, isn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. You can. So she errored out. I stopped sending. Dialogue box remains. Sad face. Well, Sharka, I guess if you
Joining?
join here, don't have any other great suggestions on how to fix this, I'm afraid. We restarted the game. Other than that, just I mean, at this point, semi-carbon nanotubes, and it will just yeah. So you just got server unavailable. Please try again, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I'm ready to rejoin.
Chakra's currently.
In the middle.
Oh, it crashed.
It tried to say that could not reach the server, but then it finished okay.
Okay.
Loading state from server, please wait.
Yeah, no, it actually just bang closed. Okay, Esmir, it says, Max says, if you can connect to me, and if it errors, look at the log file, which you can open from the mod manager. I'm assuming you're clever.
Okay.
You know exactly what those words mean.
Yes.
Oh, look at you. Look who's clever. Loading models. Okay, multiplayer, load game. See you in an hour or so, Mike. Okay, it is good for you to join.
Right, joining. Wait, did you say that he said to copy the log file or log output from the mod manager?
Can she have a look at her log file? It should be possible to open it from the mod manager.
Okay. Wish I could have the log output live in a terminal.
far so good. Interesting, I'm getting 3 bytes a second from you.
I don't get it because I've got 1.2 terabytes.
Oh yeah, I remember. You don't need to send me much. You'll just this bit please, that bit please. But that's just handshaking packets.
Yeah.
Three a second. But it's not gone wrong yet.
Acknowledgements.
But yeah, whole 200. It's doing 200. This is what confuses me. It's doing 200k a second, but it's doing 200k a second.
Okay, there it is. Server unavailable.
Cool. Right. Well, let's see. Okay. Then let's see what the log file can bring you. Shark, if you wanna join.
Join.
I have to bridge. Oh, see that Shark join. So remember, I don't get the messages that say what's happening anymore because I have to close them once a fail join. But hopefully, get a log file from Izmir. Have a look. I like looking at log files. What I like more than anything else is working out what's wrong, telling the people that have the issue what is wrong.
Just making sure that it's sanitized.
And then having them fix it. That's great.
Seem to join fine.
Yeah, whatever the threshold is, Shaka, your internet is on this side of it.
Those final lines are interesting.
Have a look. I'll just send that across to Max. Let's have a look. Oh, that's the header. Oh, that's a corrupted TCP stream that it's failed to deal with. It's a shame it's not timestamped. There's not much in it, is there? That's a bit annoying.
I find it interesting, as it's going through the planets.
Why is it getting stuff from other planets? The other thing is, that's fuck all data.
Because it's in the system.
Yeah, but it's Kappa Piscum 1 pack of... Oh, that is the real name of the planet, yeah. But we'll look...
Because if you look up, you can see what the stuff is going on.
Yeah, but...
With those planets.
But that's a whole 30... That's about 90k of data.
That's nothing.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a corrupted TCP stream of some description for whatever.
It makes me wonder
if
this is turning out to be something similar to like what happened with GTA 5. Just that one stupid Java loop.
Maybe.
Makes me wonder if this is what it's tripping on.
Right, can I put those in there? Oh, I really want to get them out, but I can only carry a few hundred at a time. Actually, that said, if I cut that there... Oops. Right. Bet that's actually getting through them at a reasonable clip. So if I ignore that for a minute, fix these, those should all flow through. Well, I've doubled our white cube production. In theory. In practice, I've just doubled our green cube consumption. And in further practice, I'm now using up way too many carbon nanotubes. But that is quite a long way down the the production line of stuff going wrong. Glass, glass, glass. Okay, why are you complaining? Because you don't have any... Oh, I need to load in from this side. Oh, shit, I can't. Or can I? No. So those need to go. I'm not currently planning on going any further with this, so doubling is fine. And you are complaining of lack of blues and reds. Ah, yeah, I need a couple across. There to there, and there to... Oh, fuck off. Ah, damn it. Well, that's going to no longer be neat. Doing that nice, neat conveyor line. Go.
That is the log file that they were requesting, right?
That's definitely the right thing. Looking at it, that's definitely... I mean, that's saying an error occurred for whatever reason. The point of TCP,
Yeah,
though,
that's why I sent it, was because,
yeah.
I mean, that's what I thought was...
Yeah. The thing is, the point of TCP is you never have to worry about this shit. You go send data, and the TCP stack worries about all this crap. So it's interesting that goes wrong. I mean, that is probably, hopefully, oh, that was terrible. Probably, hopefully, a bug in their code, because if you're reading TCP properly, you can't really mess up. The data arrives. You have to do the right thing with the data. But in theory, if a packet gets malformed or something like that, then you can you can screw up. But the actual underlying TCP data stream is 100% reliable. It's when you get it, it's fixed. I think we're about to get another version of the mod with some better, because he's just found an error handler that goes do nothing.
Nice.
I've done that before. If error, print F to do something with his error. After I press escape. Why? Other clients can join just fine. Join dialog box. Box never appears, but that's not critical.
Yeah, the proliferators are interesting.
The what, sorry?
I was saying the proliferators are interesting.
I said I think they're a little bit. I don't know if they are already good. They're very hard to measure. They're very hard to measure how good they are.
Yeah, they add that chaos.
Yeah, I assume they are good. Hold on, extra speed. So I assume they are good. The numbers are certainly good. So I assume that they are as good as the numbers make out. They're just not that hard, apart from this bizarre roller
More
coaster
numbers,
thing.
more good.
To her issue would of course be great.
Oh, now here's a question: does it work on stacked? Oh wait, no, it does per item. Never mind.
Plus per item, yeah. I haven't even bothered with stacking yet. I know I should, but we've not even. I've not even built one.
I noticed it out of logistics stations. I was like, wait, this is changing everything. Because I had some things that were just the perfect amount of factories to saturate a belt, and I noticed that the ratio started to get weird.
Yes, there is a research, but we just don't have enough in the way of whites to do it right now. I have doubled the rate that we're producing whites. It's about 2 a second now, which means it's going to be about 30-40 minutes. But that should go up soon because we're now producing blues. Main issue, ironically, non-ironically, not enough carbon nanotubes. That's our current block.
Yep, if only I could just get back down.
I did already ask if it was possible for you to cheat and send you to another planet, but apparently no. Like host commands, /SMEO location equals.
Yeah, I know, right? That would be nice. Yeet me back.
Yeah, I should have just got it to land on hot singles and you told me what I need. It was so stupid of us.
I wasn't thinking because I flew right to Dora World. I should have gone to one of the other planets.
And then saved it. Yeah, I'm gonna, I think, just fail all round, unfortunately. But not an easy solution of any sort. And we are creating some blue proliferation, just not very much.
How much do you have?
Each one coats 60, so more than it looks like.
69. Nice.
Where is our spaceship launch? Lion. Yes, I'm going to change this one to... I think this one's okay. If I just tell this one... 5,000. I need to tell this one to supply these, and then it will just send all that back. I haven't checked our power in a while. So our power, you see, it's kind of just guaranteed to be going up constantly because of the Dyson swarm getting constantly bigger. The issue is, of course, if we're producing... Oh, actually, it looks like our entire solar swarm got absorbed. So I did turn off most of our solar transmission. But if we've actually absorbed everything, I will turn it back on. We were basically we were sending solar sails up way quicker than we could absorb them, which is obviously just it's almost readable now. Almost. Yeah, so we were sending stuff in way quicker than the sail could absorb it. Which we probably still are. What are we sending up, actually? It says... That's under production, isn't it? Dyson sphere. Yeah, we're sending 22 per minute up. Right, it looks like a lot more than 22 per minute. Oh, is that average over the last 10 minutes? Over the last 1 minute, 0. What counts as a consumption of a solar sail? And how come we're only producing 0 cell points a minute?
Maybe launch, right when it dies of old age.
Or hold on. If we look at it, these things are they haven't quite made it into the dock, so they're still technically solar sails. But it looks like we got a bit behind. That's good. That's good. I mean, it looks like the L is approaching completion. I find it annoying that there's no way to prioritize certain bits of it. Like, I want to say prioritize this, but it's just not a thing. You build them and it just does it in whatever order it feels like. Doesn't even do it beginning to end. It just does it. What I'll do though is I'll put this onto a very slow belt. So we will continuously send stuff up, but only at a slow rate, not a blazingly fast rate. And we'll see whether or not we end up, because right now everything in orbit is being absorbed. Well, that distracted me. What the hell I was doing? Oh yes, we are sending back all of our this. Oh, okay. I'm hoping you would have sent the rest. Yeah, the problem is, they have an issue. They can never change the resources that are used because they'll break everyone's base. I mean, they might do, and that's not going to get them any good reviews. The problem is, unlike, say, Fortress Craft, that your bases are a very, 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 very long way and a very big base. Because imagine they changed the price of... We'd have to go to every single planet where we made that. All of them. And fix every instance where it used to be carbon nanotubes and now it's strange matter. No one would be happy. No, I wouldn't be. While that fills up the box, I'm going to go and grab a drink. Back in a moment. Oh, there we go. The number's going down. Beep, 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 beep. So, Shauka, what are you doing? And does it involve carbon nanotubes?
I am setting up a place to receive ores. I changed my mind. I'm too annoyed with Dorawell's ore things, so I'm keeping them off.
But I mean, like, for example, the carbon nanotubes, there's quite a stack of stuff that they need. So if we had a decent off-world supply, then we can get rid of all of that. Because is that...
Yeah, there's that planet that I was on, although I realized that it was really fucking far away.
Yeah. What's the one that requires sulfuric acid? What do we need a lot of that for? Is it diamonds? No. Is it those crystals? Oh, it's... I don't need sulfuric acid. There's something. Oh, is it the kyber crystals? Casimir crystals? No. Actually, if I click on sulfuric acid, I can see...
No, it's carbon nanotubes.
No, it's titanium alloy. That's the one.
Oh, right.
Carbon nanotubes are titanium plus graph. Yeah, it's
something else needs.
But like, if we were receiving a shit ton of titanium alloy from off-world, we can get rid of the entire sulfuric acid smelting facility, and then the thing that comes from there. I think we are. My worry.
There is quite a good supply of titanium alloy from Golden Shower.
But no one has any clue, of course, if we're pulling it onto this world.
I think it tries to upload it.
What, 400, 350. But yeah, being able to see a supply and demand for our planetary and interplanetary logistics networks would be so helpful right now. Yeah, clear and reset. So now we will be supplying blues, and we are supplying blues, and I even have them. Nice. And then we will upconvert all of the previous stuff, but we're bottlenecked on carbon nanotubes. Don't think I'm in my inventory, can I? Chemical facility only. I do that. I take off when I start flying, and then I'm like, where am I going again?
Yeah, I do the same.
Spaceship launch stuff should be requesting spaceship launch stuff should now be requesting blue things. So these are on more efficient, not faster. And possibly that's not ideal. So yeah, I should be able to switch that across now to demand blue. And warpers. I know it has 5,000 warpers. That's probably too many. Let's reduce that to 1,000. But it won't be requesting any more for quite a while. Oh, I see. It just... Oh, blimey, not even that. 100 is fine. So it just sends them straight onto this station, which has 50. That should now be requesting blue. Set the filter. Oh, keep in mind, there we go. They probably won't go very far. Having said that, we don't seem to be using bugger all proliferant. Like, we really don't. So the issue with these is... Oh, insufficient power supply. Ooh. There's almost no way to break down our where and how it's used. Our accumulators are discharging. Apparently fine. Probably make more of these without too much effort. Oh, in fact, we have a big. Okay, someone nicked a bunch of our accumulators.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, looking at it, it looks like there should be more accumulators than there are. And one of them can't offload its discharge ones, so that's not helpful.
You're talking about dischargers?
Yeah, like, it just seems to be... I don't know, I'm not sure what happened here.
That seems like an expansion that was forgotten to me.
Maybe. Yes, we are. Times lots. Are we getting our power from hot singles, by the way? I can't remember.
Matt is doing a lot of charging.
Oh yeah, that's a shame, because I do wonder if the geothermals would be... Because obviously we're not producing enough ray energy. Like, we're just not. Because obviously Matty's charging stuff, sending it here. Is Matty... To be fair, we've got so...
I'm just now fucking with geothermals, and
They're alright.
They don't feel worth it.
They're good. They don't hurt, is the important point, and you can pop them down and they're fairly cheap and they're reliable, so they're alright. We've got about 600 spare. Yeah, about 600. No, more than that. 700 or 800 spare accumulators, but I've just changed it so we're now got a bunch more dischargers. I think though I've just run out of soil. I'm about to run out of soil. I'm out of soil. I can't make any more. But that should have increased our... okay, we're at 100% satisfaction.
The build system shows you where things are level, but then you can't build anywhere but the bottom. So it's for hunting soil.
Oh, yes, I see what you mean. Yeah, I just need to actually get my house to go to another planet at some point. Holy... Oh, there were full ones. Yeah, so we are actually accumulating power now. Ideally, of course, we want to be collecting energy from a... tidal lock planet, but we're not. Because we don't have any tidal locked in this system. Right, but fusion generators have an ongoing cost. And geothermals don't.
And fusion mostly deuterium or hydrogen.
Yeah, and in fusion it generates like 7 times the power. Like, one of these things is not like...
Yeah, fusion does 15 megawatts per thing, and they last a little while.
Yeah, you're almost literally comparing different tiers of product here. Like, if you can slap down...
the geothermal is just basically
it's
much stronger wind, basically.
It's a little bit of base load, yes. But, yeah, you're comparing different tiers of product there. They're definitely... just not comparable. So yeah, if you can slap down 20 fusion power plants and all the associated infrastructure, yes, sure, that'll be better, but it's quite a lot.
The antimatter star generator, that one's actually worth it.
Well, we've got
I use that to power a lot of outposts.
So I wonder how long it's going to take before I get through all of these greens. This is the thing. You can see, like, we've just about got the blues to here, but we've still got massive reserves here. This is why I'm not worried about, are we producing quite enough? I mean, more carbon nanotubes is obviously good. And how's our swarm looking? Yeah, now we're... are we outrunning the swarm? Maybe a little bit. Again, I'll probably turn those off again at some point. Actually, let's slow them down even more. Oh, I can't do it like that. That should keep them going, but it means we're not wasting lots of resources. So spaceship launches should be entirely blue. Oh, it's going to run out. I guess another squidge of blue will be along at some point. Lack of power would have hurt everything though, but in unpredictable ways. This is kind of why I prefer Fortress Craft power, because in this game we run out of power, which means everything runs at half speed. As opposed to a part of your network just goes down, and then you have to go, oh, we should probably solve this issue. So you don't notice that it's broken, because it just means that a bunch of stuff is running a bit slow. And the only way you can tell is there's a little teeny weeny flickery icon when you look at the thing going low power. What can I do about carbon nano tubes? We've made a whole 21 in my tap. Wait, you've got a shit ton of reagents all going into here. Yeah, it's just not enough, not fast enough. Something we can do. There should be 60, 70 or so per minute. It's not a small amount. I guess perhaps it is a small amount. Lost it again. Where the hell is my proliferation? I'm a bit concerned because obviously I'm now hand feeding in our the few number of nanotubes we are getting in order to get a little bit more. Actually, what do? Oh no, you can't boost. You can't boost those. Okay. Right, that was yeah, that was a silly thing on my part. What I do need to do is to boost it there. Oh, hold on, I can boost it. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to boost those. Oh, that's not boosting it, that's charging it. Yeah. Okay, now we're boosting the creation of them, but not these. So let's do that. While we're waiting for some more carbon nanotubes to wend their way here. They are being made, but I think they're just demanded everywhere, so whatever order they arrive in, God knows.
I'm coming to Dora World.
Hello, Snookums.
No, I didn't do coal. I did all the other basic things. Yeah.
Dora World coal comes from Dora World. Like this is the producer of coal so far. What is the alternate creation of carbon nanotube? I can't tell because Jack is currently crashing the game, I think. Dora, please stop breaking everything. Don't give me that face. Oh, that I am beautiful, so therefore I don't need to do what you tell me.
You have been disconnected from the server. An exception has occurred while receiving.
Oh, yeah. Can you get us that one? I'm going to update my mod, but as far as I know, this is only the server.
Oh, is it update time?
But only for the server. It's not. It doesn't reflect the client.
Oh.
I mean, you can have it if you want it.
Was there some location that there are error logs in?
Esme will have to tell you. I mean, if you want to update.
Oh, the error log?
No.
You know where you update the files?
Maybe a little bit.
Well, I don't.
Where that plugins folder is, where we drop the files in for the update. The parent folder to that, BepNX, there's log output.log. And it's of the most current session.
Okay, so Thunderstorm Mod Manager, data folder, Dyson Sphere program, profiles, name of profile, BepNX, plugins. So I need to update those two. Just gonna zip up the current ones. Intel used computer for too many years. It's like instead of overwriting it, I'm just gonna just copy the old one just in case I need to roll back. Okay, so I'm gonna be running with the fancy new mod, but I don't think it'll make any difference. But you know, if you want to update as well as me, we will give it a bash. Yes, the spiniform version would probably be better if we knew where he was. But yes, almost definitely. There might even be some on the network. I don't think so. Yeah, I did read the Road to VR review of that game, that VR game that you like so much. And it just very, very hand-waved over, oh, there's lots of climbing and flying, so you might not be able to play it. And I was like, but there should be a, in my opinion, should be quite a negative thing. Because even if you don't get VR sick through flying, you might get vertigo. I don't remember the climb, which was very good. But, you know, you actually climbed up at the side of a cliff. You looked down and went, that's a long way. It's something I did when I was doing VR experiences, is I worked very hard to make sure they were very accessible. And sometimes, at one point, I put in a giant spider. I have no fear of spiders. They do not faze me in the slightest. But when you see a 7 or 8 foot spider striding down a plank at you, you're like, nope. Actually, did you get the log file error?
I did find it doesn't seem super interesting.
Can you send it?
What I should do with it?
Send it to the channel. I'll bung it on. I'll have a look. It might not be anything of any use. I can't craft carbon nanotubes, can I? They're such an easy material. That's the annoying thing.
I'm ready to join.
Sure. Break my game. I don't care. Oh, that looks, Shaka, that looks to me like you reran it. That's the wrong log. Like that's a log since you've run the launcher again since that. Because that one just says, "Yep, I'm modding the game." Oh, did you connect or did it fail?
Yeah, that was a fail.
Yeah. Okay, it's me a fail to connect, but in good news, the dialogue box disappeared. it's the small victories, isn't it?
You gonna join?
Yeah, go for it.
It's a similar error.
It'll be the same error. I don't think the client version has changed at all. This has purely been the server now. If you try and connect, doesn't just go, well, I'm just going to wait forever. That's how long I'll wait. Sweet time. I need to stop closing the performance tab. That looks like Shaka joined okay.
Yep. I am far off Dora World though.
Can't have everything.
But that means it might reload Dora World. So
It's very difficult as a human being to get the frame of reference right. The planet is moving, the Dyson sphere is still. But it feels like it's moving. Actually, I think it might actually move very slowly, but that's not what I'm seeing there.
it kind of spins.
Yeah, but it barely spins.
Differing orbital velocities.
It barely spins, but we're spinning and rotating. Right. Oh yes, I was going to the North Pole. I remember.
Shall I try again?
I mean, you can do. I mean, yeah, right up to lose.
Yeah, it's not erroring you out anymore, so.
Well, it never was. Like, I was always alright. It's just you that can't join. And then we have to sit here for a moment or two while you it thinks about it.
And then excitement.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, damn it.
And no actual error this time.
Oh, let me look at the log.
No, this is okay. I know what this is. This is the
It's a different error.
tell all client say client has disconnected, including the client that has just disconnected. That's not a killer though. Just means, again, I can press escape and then YY. We're okay. I'm just gonna, again, if you're not a programmer, if you're not a developer, you don't understand. This is great. Like, this is still spot on and brilliant, and I have no complaints about what these guys are doing, or how well they're doing it. This is huge amounts of really complicated code. So if you're sitting here going, oh god, this is a lot of effort, this is fine. We are in a pre-release version of the mod. We've probably pushed this further than almost anybody else. Not like us, is it? Are you on Dora World, Jack? Are you miles away?
Yep.
You are. Do you have any sand? I haven't gone to a planet.
I have 400,000.
What? Could you come over here and
0.4 million.
Wow. Yeah, so that error message there, the one we've got, is says you timed out or errored or whatever. And so I sent a message to all the clients saying, hey, this client's disconnected. All clients, including the one that just disconnected. Oh, no, sorry, Jack, I made it, I'm alright. I've got enough sand, just...
So you soiled yourself.
Hey! That might mean something different in Finland. Don't you bitch at me about how close this is. Working so close to the pole is a pain. Not being racist, I'm by the North Pole. I have enough. I'm out of soil. Can't have everything. Oh. What's that of iron? I mean, the thing is, this mod is good enough, and the game is certainly good enough, that playing and having some issues with it is definitely better than playing without anybody else. Like, even if it's worse, but it's still pretty damn good. Steel. Ironically, that's what I actually wanted there. Thing is, Esme, we might only be one machine deleting away from you being able to join. We don't know. Probably more than one. I think this game has a distinct lack of use of copper as well. Like, you always need copper. You never don't need it, but you don't need very much copper. Like, we've got, I don't know how much copper are going around, but we've got much less iron.
It's used in magnets and circuits, which is pretty much used in everything.
Yeah, but not in large enough quantities, really. Like, we use them, but we use an awful lot more iron. Very hard to see which way conveyor belts go. Zoom right in and see which direction the arrows are animating out. I'm not even going to ask, by the way, there's a massive conveyor run of water here. It's going over a river. I feel there is an easier plan. Oh, it doesn't go anywhere. It's just literally a dead end. I assumed it was going to be used for something. I assumed it was used for something at some point. Well, let me just go. Just do a water pump here. There's no point in running that there. I can just collect it here and store it. You need a liquid source. Right, this won't actually do anything. It just means that the connection's not broken. But as far as I can tell, this water, I think it was going to be used for something, but there's no point running this enormous conveyor belt all the way across the map. Because this might be the last one, you see. Deleting this one might mean that Esmir can get back to us. The thing is, if you also got lucky, it would work. Like, you know, if you've got a particularly clear run of network traffic.
You know what's even easier?
Sending you the save file, you hosting, and we joining you. You didn't thought that, had you? That probably won't work there because your save game probably won't understand who or what DJ Arcus is, and it won't understand what Esmir is.
Yeah.
Because you'll be the host embedded in the save file, and I won't exist there.
Yeah.
But it's a good idea. I mean, it's easiest just to wait. The most impatient. Oh yeah, I've just cleared out like 500 conveyor belts there. That was a huge run. And another carbon nanotube. Yeah, I don't know if we've seen any spiniform stalagmite. Did you happen to put that on the network, Esmir? Do you know?
Yes, I did.
You did? Ah. Well, in that case, you shouldn't have, because it only has one use, and that's to make carbon nanotubes. But better that than a kick in the air and whatever. That one's full. Of course it's full.
I am dealing with the litter, please don't erase.
There is no litter.
Well, I put it on the network because the chemical facilities that I had set up to convert it to carbon nanotubes was not able to meet the output of the mining machine. And so I was like, well, might as well just keep, full go. Just dump it into the network.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's all right. I'll just grab them.
Maybe somebody else can convert it.
Shaka, I don't have anything on the floor. Is there a chance I already deleted it? Because I dropped a whole, 1,000 items.
I cleaned it up.
Oh, you cleaned it up, okay. Like you to make... Oh.
Now, if you really want those carbon nanotubes and spiniform stuff to ship out faster, the key is to head over to that planet, add more power to that network, because it's just running off of 50 wind turbines.
Uh-huh. Well, right now we have 0 of these in transit, so possibly wherever it is does not have warpers. Mayhap. I have some warpers.
It is a very long distance. You're going to want a full energy bar.
Well, no, I'm just going to put warpers into this. Oh no, this actually has local demand. This has a demand of warpers, but there aren't any. So I think we've overdone our demand for warpers.
Trying to balance it a bit.
Is that special talk for make more? Because that's the solution.
Oh, you should. It doesn't have any logistic drones. It might need to get the warpers from on that planet.
It's oh yeah. I was like no because it's oh yeah. But I've got there you go. I don't need them. I'm not planning on going anywhere. Neither is it. Yes, this is it's not finding anything. Ah, yeah. It's not local demand, remote demand, local demand, remote demand. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. That should be remote demand. Actually, hold on. Maybe not. Maybe that is. Yeah, that's. Yeah. Okay. No, it's working. I was an idiot. So that's calling in those from remote, then goes around a loop, and then it will get back. Carbon nanochips, hopefully at a much faster rate. Really, we should be doing this on another planet. Production. Can I make any more? I need steel. Yeah.
You can do that anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can do it on any planet. That's why it'd be better to do it on another planet rather than Dora World. But let's just get this going again because it's all a bit. Oh, I'm saying right next to some. Yeah, this is like my little special cache of special items. Mother says I'm a special boy. There we go. That's more future-proof. Well, for me,
power.
I mean, the first thing you should do is make more friends. That's always the first step to playing multiplayer games with people. We are out of power. Our discharge looks very low. Remember, at some point, I will outrun your charging facility on wherever you built it. Yeah, we've run out. We don't have enough. I might be able to. It might not be the charging that's doing it, but it might be.
Yes, it's getting near.
Oh, I think we're over it. Because we now have... I think we may have just got a delivery of charged Dubrowitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're no longer... Oh, having said that... Look. Oh, we only... Oh, we only have one... Are you on Dora World?
Yeah.
Do you have any space logistics specials on you?
Some.
Cool. Bring them all over here. Oh, I can build them as well. No, get some new friends.
Do we have those automated anywhere?
On a different planet.
Yeah. I made big thrusters somewhere, and that's a big part of it.
What would be neat is if it was automated somewhere, and the automation put it onto the network so we could just request it somewhere. Like, yes, I need these.
I mean, Philippe, the mod is called Nebula mod. I suspect you can find people there to find it. Bear in mind the people I'm playing with them, and I've been playing games with them for quite literally years now. So you want to find some people that you can I say get on with and learn that people play games in different ways. Sometimes better, sometimes worse, sometimes annoyingly well. But that's always a good place to start. Or just host a game and just say, hey guys, I'm running and here's my IP address, and hope people join. We are currently running the pre-release version, a special test version of that right now, of the next version of this mod, which will support the 0.9 release. Sorry, chap, I could make enough. We did not have very many spaceships. Also, the minimum load was quite low, so we're increasing the minimum load. The mod we're using for multiplayer is called Nebula. There is no official support for multiplayer in the game, annoyingly, so we're using the Nebula mod. So if you want to play multiplayer, you will need to run the Nebula mod. Right, that's it. Okay, we've got 10. So yeah, next time I would check the power generation facilities, but we did not have very many logistics vessels at this place. So that has now been slightly improved. And I had 4 accumulators in my inventory, but yeah, I think we're backed up at the other end, with your end. I think maybe during the night. I don't think you're creating enough of them. Discharging is making up like 75% of our power generation, by the way, not the Dyson sphere. Why is that out? Oh, carbon nanotubes. Okay, carbon nanotubes. But the biggest hint I can give 2 hints. 1, communication is really, really important. Even you just, I'm going to go here, do this, I'm going to go in here and do that. Because other people can say, oh, I've already done that, or that's a good idea, I need that, or whatever. 2, if somebody else builds a machine and you don't like it, you don't think it's good enough, don't just go, I can fix this, because you probably can't. And even if you can, it probably won't be twice as good. So nearly always the best thing that you can do is to build another one.
Usually what I do is I will actually just say, hey, this thing here, is it supposed to be like this, or did you mean this?
Yeah, this thing here, what were you thinking? Yeah, or this machine here, you've not connected it up, and the usual response is, oh, bugger.
Just wanting to make sure that it's not intentionally not hooked up or whatever.
Or you could be a little bit passive aggressive. Is this machine supposed to be intentionally shit?
Nice.
Now, considering this is a single input, we can proliferate. And we will.
Clever.
Sorry, accelerate, not proliferate. Wow. This is an awful lot of spiniforms. But, thankfully, this is quite a nice place to do it. It's quite a lot of room. So I can, well, in fact, I'm about to run out of environment soil pile. There you go, that's 5 new spiniforms. And I should be able to should be able to... proliferate, accelerate them. Okay, so now I'm requesting that. I wish that more people, when they join the stream, to talk to me, which is cool. I like that. I wish I knew where people come from, going, hey, I found your channel because I was searching this, or I like watching the smallest channels on the internet, or whatever, or however people find you. But I assume that some people are just Googling or YouTube searching for Dyson Sphere Program Multiplayer. I assume that's how quite a lot of people are finding this. But it'd be nice to know, nice to perform a little bit of SEO. Oh, let's not request 1,000. Does anyone know, once you've coated something with proliferant, if you then stick it on the transport network, does it keep that? I kind of assume it does. I don't think we're at a point where I can just go mad and start coating all of our plates, because you need to coat everything in a recipe. If you just coat part of it, it doesn't count.
Which is why single input's nice.
Yes, definitely. Extra products or extra speed? I mean, how many of them are there? It's a 6-to-1 ratio, actually, so it's single product. But if there was how many? If you have any clue at all, how many there were, or even where it comes from?
What, the planet?
The spongiform, spiniforms.
8 million.
Okay, so about 1 million carbon nanotubes then.
Comes from some planet, starts with an M. There's a bunch of M's in it.
Okay, so about 1 million. That's all right. Let's go for extra speed then.
This is the Mason. Way the fuck off.
Yeah. That's all right. 8 million. That's all right, as long as you got a rough guess. Because you see, you have a choice of being more efficient but slower, or much faster, like double the speed.
Oh, there's more planets with it.
Mm-hmm.
There's another mod that I was running that let me look up specifically which planets have what.
Wow, that takes a bit.
And I usually don't utilize that feature unless if I already have the universe exploration rank 6 or whatever the fuck it is. And there might actually be in the configuration that it won't actually show you until you have that researched.
Uh-huh.
I like that about a lot of the mods, that they lock their features behind the research.
I'm a bit concerned here, Shaka. There is a... Oh, was this me? There's a steel belt here with nothing on it, and I think it was connected up to there until about 5 minutes ago. Are you transferring planets, Shaka?
Huh?
Are you transferring planets?
I am taking steel off world, yeah.
You should use your words so I can save it, just in case it goes wrong. There we go. Got away with it. There we go. Yeah, I think I may have accidentally deleted that a minute ago without noticing. Are we out of power again? Yep. Yeah, our discharge is nothing. We've got almost nothing discharging now. So, do you want to have a look at where...
I'm looking at Matti.
You are, is that the planet's from? Okay. It's possible what's happening is during the day, you're yanking enough power from the Dyson sphere, and during the night, you're not. So if you don't have ray collectors all the way around the whole planet, you're probably just not pulling down enough power from it.
The generation is not based on the ray collection that much.
Okay, well, maybe you should. I think there are 150 megawatt to go.
So it's charging full power.
Oh, really?
Generation capacity 400 megawatts.
I thought they were 45. Okay. I thought their limit was 45 megawatts. 450 is good though. Because we're out of power by we have a little bit of discharge, but nowhere near enough. Like we have got half as much as we need. So if you're not but you think you are filling them up quickly enough?
Nah, I think it's just limited by chargers.
Yeah, so you've got the power, but you don't have the. Yeah, I thought it was 45 as well. Thank you, Mike.
I guess it's based on that I'm not generating enough power here.
If you're not generating enough power, then your charge rate will not be 45 megawatts. It will be lower than 45.
Oh, hey, your research is almost done.
I know. Exciting. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, you can go after that artificial sun.
Bollocks. I've had this one on supply, not demand.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah. So that would explain what I just put like 100 in, and now it's just sent them somewhere else on the planet.
No, I saw at least half of them went down the belt.
Oh, did they? Oh, well, that's good then. Because we're currently not proliferating anything. Partly because no power, but we knew that. Damn it, where was I? I was the other side of this wind turbine field. Which we should probably get rid of and stick on another planet too. Oh yeah, storage 4. Oh good, we have 70 carbon nanotubes coming. Here it comes. See this? Oh! I was about to say, if only you could just delete it out there, but you can. I don't want to now, I can. I only wanted to complain about not being able to do it. If I can actually do it, I don't want to do that. So, Shaukat, you said you're charging them at 45 megawatt. Are you sure?
Now I'm up to 500 megawatts.
That's no. If you click on any individual ray, what's it called? Sorry, hold on. Let me think of the names. Any individual energy exchanger, you can see what rate it is charging at. It will always try and charge at 45 megawatts. What is it actually charging at?
Very far from them now. I think it's more about the planet's generation capacity.
Yes, but that you can see how much is actually. Oh, I'm trying to come low. Not that power. I'm not. rather than playing Chinese Whispers here. Oh, I'm in space in ages. I get to have a look at the Dyson sphere. What's the cool name again? Mike, you probably know this. What's the cool name for diving into a gravity well and accelerating out of it? I'm sure there was one. I kept wondering if there's a game just that, literally just diving into gravity wells and accelerating out.
Individual is powering at 30 megawatts.
Right, so you're
3/4.
You're at 2/3. You're surprised at how little industry. What do you mean by little industry? Bear in mind, Mike.
You're seeing one planet.
I was about to say, you've only seen one planet. That's exactly what I was going to say. I'm like, yeah, all the fun stuff happens. Well, the fun stuff, all the... You haven't seen how all of the sausage is made. Like, here's another whole planet you've not seen. An awful lot of accumulators. Yeah, that's it. You have 100% satisfaction, of course. You're charging a lot. That is... So right now, this is the important point. That right now, you are generating enough power. If I look at power of local planet over the last hour, this is the problem. I don't believe this. There's no way this is right, because Shakra is using at least some ray receivers, and they don't work at night. Are you using ray?
I'm not using ray receivers.
Oh, well, probably should be, because they will keep the they're very good. They're a lot of power, and they will keep the accumulators up. You do have an awful lot of accumulated energy, so that's why I'm surprised that it dropped off.
I guess it prioritizes that it keeps the local planet batteries full.
It's not that smart. Batteries, no, the batteries are the lowest. All right, I know about batteries. I think this counts as charge. Actually, looking at it. I mean, nothing's backing up. Well, it is. The input's backing up, which is fine. They're all running at... No, yeah, current power 32. You do not have enough... Now, this is the bit that confused me. Your current power is 32 megawatts out of 45. Therefore, your network is not supplying enough power. So why does your network say it's 100% satisfaction? So I'm assuming this is poor feedback. Because you only...
Because it considers the charge like excess things.
100% correct. So your satisfaction is 100%, but in fact, you're at about 60% of what you need to be.
Yeah, I need to get the purple off the full circle. Then things are fine.
You need to get the purple... What? What?
Like, if my charge would be halved, then the orange part would be larger. So when the charge doesn't go full circle, then I'm not charging. Then I'm limited by the accumulator chargers.
Well, right. So you're you're only generating 2/3 of the power you need, but your accumulators do not count. They do not. Accumulators do not go into the energy exchangers. That's the issue you've got here. So this massive bank of accumulators you've got is actually of no use whatsoever, I'm afraid.
But yeah, it only helps until they run dry. And then the way I try, then I would be back to the 2 trees.
The accumulators will help run everything on the planet apart from the energy exchangers.
Yeah.
Sadly, not very useful. Right. Curious to see how much difference that will make. 1 minute. Should make a lot. Oh no, they're moving. Oh, Mike. Otherwise, I mean, this is where all of our this is where all of the ones come in the whole galaxy. Like, if this wasn't working, we'd know about it. I mean, to be fair, Shalka, you only have one logistics transport. Now you've got 9. That will help because you've got 3,000 of those in storage. That's fine. 200 of those. And for some reason, you are sort of supplying rock. Yeah. I just put... You only have one spaceship supplying all of our power. Definitely.
Oh, it's limited by that.
I'm not sure it was limited by that, but that will definitely not help. We're also not charging them as quickly as we should be, as I said. I would like to make more, but I do not have photon combiners because I don't have... Do you have a bunch
Go into the door around?
well, do you have a bunch of glass on here? You're not making any glass at all on this planet.
I might not be making. It's a bit simpler.
Well, you do have a fantastic stone collection which doesn't go anywhere.
Are you both off of Dora World right now?
Yes.
No.
No. But sadly, that won't make any difference. I already thought, could that possibly affect? But it doesn't. The server still gets everything, no matter what.
Gotcha.
Where Schalke is. Oh, I was glassing a smelter. Unfortunately, there isn't a way to do a breakdown, Mike. I mean, bear in mind, wind turbines aren't very good, but also bear in mind, Schalke's made an awful lot of them. Many fighting bird. No, many. Hold on, something fighting hawk. Can't remember the saying.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the last upping of generation on Matti. Then it's gonna run out of surface area.
It would be nice if we could recycle stuff.
Many a small bird drive away a hawk. It's not actually.
Death by 1,000 pecks.
Yeah, here we go. You'll hear it on the stream.
Many a small bird drive away a hawk,
What?
So-
Did you say death by 1,000 pecks?
Cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said
many a
pecks.
small bird drive away a hawk,
I love it
That's
when.
what the hawk fears.
I love it when foreign language cartoons throw in a bit of English. So she's quoting an English idiom, which doesn't exist. It's not a real idiom. So when I first heard it, I was like, what? But she says it in an American accent because she's a Japanese voice actress who was obviously taught by an American how to speak English. So when she speaks English, she speaks it with an American accent. It's really funny hearing her just shove this bit of English into the middle of a sentence. And as I said, it's not a real saying. It was made up for the show.
Which was
Evangelion 4 point whatever. The new one.
what? What was the saying?
Many a small bird drive away a hawk. It's a great saying. It's a brilliant saying. I love it. You know what it means. It's nice and evocative. It's just not a real saying. It's just they made it up.
In any part of the world.
If you Google it, all it is loads of people going, "What is it she said, and what does she mean?" Like, it only exists in the context of Evangelion. It just isn't anywhere else. But yeah, I remember there's a Tom and Jerry cartoon, and if you watch it in Japanese, the voice actress does a little bit of French, but she's like bonjour, Monsieur Nico-chan, but she doesn't speak very good French. She sounds like an American with a Japanese accent trying to speak French.
Evolutionary biologists do know why swarm behavior exists, so it's not like an unknown fact.
What is, sorry? What isn't?
Like swarms, like people studying swarm intelligence and such, they will have considered that saying.
Oh, but it's not a saying. That's my point. She's quoted it like it's a saying, like you know, it's an ill wind that blows nobody any good. She said it like it's a saying. It's just not a saying. It's just, it doesn't exist anywhere as a thing people say, outside of her saying it in, while she's beating up a bunch of aliens.
Well, every saying has to start somewhere.
This is true, and this is why I said it, because it fitted. Death by 1,000 cuts is you know, probably an equal amount. It's better known. Well, obviously.
It was an actual sentence in China at some point.
Incidentally, I have zero clue how much spare capacity is on our requested power. Oh wow! So I'd like to point out we're not even close to a quarter of our power pulled down from the Dyson sphere. So allow me to do whatever I can. Unfortunately, I'm out of superconducting rings, whatever they're called. There isn't like a big supply of supermagnetic rings on this planet, is there? I'm not expecting one.
There is import of it. There are like storages, we can grab a bunch of it if you need. Not on math,
No.
production of it, but not storage.
Oh, I see I'm gonna grab I'm gonna grab a few stacks of spaceship. Oh man, so many drones. Who wants to place a bet that by the time I finish this circle, they're no longer aligned? Is that power? Damn it. What have I got that's power, apart from graphite, which is a terrible power source? Graphene, sorry. Graphite's alright. Graphene is not. Oh, wait, there they are. You are creating them, by the way, but it's very, very, very slow because you've nearly run out of iron ingots.
What?
Your iron ingot supply is almost gone entirely. So the generation of I forgot the names of them now. Magnetic rings is basically done. Deuterium is only free. If only I knew how to make deuterium. Yeah, I don't have any of those, I'm afraid. That's alright, I'll just stop flying everywhere. Okay, we're now back up to 43 megawatts, so I've given us an extra third power. Yeah, I was thinking about the track. I was going to put a bunch of them down where over by the wibbly dibbly here.
It's a bit spaghetti there. Smelting setup.
It's alright.
It's a lot cleaner to just dedicate that this planet is for smelting.
Well, yeah, in theory. Then you just have like you would just have a maximum speed conveyor run at the North Pole, fed in by a tower, and then just feed the bars in at the South Pole. So just run it all the way along the planet. Yeah, you are generating the supermagnetic rings at virtually zero now. Because, well, I don't even need to look because you've got 61,000 iron ore left on the planet.
Okay, now I'm charging more than I'm generating, which is weird way how that power reading reads.
Where? On Matty.
On Matty on network 3.
That's because I'm standing. I'm taking the excess power into my mech.
Oh, and the accumulators will empty for that purpose.
Yes. So if I just walk out of that, yeah, it's definitely me. If I walk away from it, you can see the cyan bar going up and going down. That obviously that part of it, they haven't bothered to actually program it into the wireless power readout.
One could count it as a form of charging.
But unless we start shipping in iron ore from off-world, you're done on this planet with all of this stuff.
Is the iron ore collection done?
You've got 60,000 left. You might as well be done. Like, you're at virtually zero. Like, your local station is barely providing any. And this vein is about to run out.
So now the power load is just done, so all these chargers are now fully charging.
I think so. I need to go over there and check, unfortunately. But yeah, the thing is, I can't make any more because I'm out of supermagnetic rings and we're out of iron, so I can't make any more supermagnetic rings. But we can, but we're making it very slowly. Like, I'd rather overdo it rather than just sort of break even. But we are, yeah, 60,000 iron ore left. I've just sped this one up a bunch, so we will run out even quicker. Where's the other one? I guess we've got 2 veins left. Ah, there it is, yeah. That one really isn't any done. But, Dorowell's got a reasonable amount, but I'm guessing, hoping that Hot Singles has got lots. Yeah, Hot Singles has 17,000 iron ore. And I believe Henry asked, and I said do not export iron ore, but do export iron ingots. So it should not be that difficult to pop down a iron ingot requesting station at the beginning of this spaghetti and replace the smelting with requesting. I'm already lost. What comes in there? Oh, it looks like here is actually the input of it all. Do I have an interplanetary thing? Do I? Oh, I do. I can make one. My God. Yeah, putting it in there, we find this is. We are being fed iron from somewhere over there. They need rings. Oh, well, we'll find out. I mean, I'll request the iron ingots. Aren't you annoyingly big? In worst case, we can just request both. Smelt one. Oh shoot, I don't have any interstellar spaceships. But I do have a bunch of engines. Make 6. Wait, what? Oh, they're the wrong type of engines. Ow. I will request iron ore. No, I will request iron ingots, sorry. Just because that works here. If we don't like later on, if we decide that we also need iron ore, we can also request that. But hopefully, this is fine. Remote demand, and bang, we have we don't want that many. Let's. And that should... All I care about is getting the power back up, so I need the iron ingots on this one. But obviously, I think... Shaq, I think you're sending those supermagnetic rings back to Dora World, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have mentioned before about some of the weird FUD you get that was started by the oil industry about EVs, and you still get it. And I don't like to talk about conspiracy theories, but I can't think of any other way, because someone's just said, well, if you've got like an electric drill, like a cordless drill, and you run the battery down, you can't charge it anymore, it's completely broken. How do we know this doesn't happen with electric cars? But yeah, you're right. No, you're totally right. And Tesla never thought of that. Fuck me. You should be an electrical engineer. Nancy with no display picture. You get this a lot of stuff. Like, people just sort of come up with something. Like the engineers who spend their life thinking about this product might not have thought about it. I get this in photographs sometimes. People would just suggest really obvious things. Like, oh, you're right, mate. Oh, I didn't think about it. I barely think about my project at all. 30 seconds of thought, and that's all I care about.
I know, right? Like coloring the text of names of things to coincide with the expansions.
Yeah. I went with the guy earlier complaining there wasn't enough RP. I'm like, there is, because I sat down and I worked it out. And I put in fail-safe measures in case I'd screwed up. And it turns out he's running a mod and he's spent all his RP on mod items. And I'm like, well, hardly my fault, was it? Plus, as I pointed out, there are ways to get as many RP as you like through Hodor. That's the other thing about Fortress Craft Phoenix. This is going to be the big difference. All the old memes need to become new memes again. You've got when you do /mission report, you get a mission report you get a meme that was brand new when I did it, genuinely brand new, because it's a meme about Winter Soldier, which had just come out, and I enjoy it. So I'm like, yeah, do more about that. But now, of course, old meme. What a pain. Can't get all the way there with the amount of conveyor belts I've got. And I can't make any more because I don't have any. Iron ingots. Well, at least that shouldn't be a problem, considering it's an iron ingot line that I'm trying to fix, eh? Yes, Dora, you're very cute. Shut up. Does this? She just wakes up and just sort of goes brrr at me like a tiny cat-powered electric motorbike, just pulling away from the lights. So it's the best way I can describe that sound.
That sounds utterly fantastic.
Brrr. It's her father. Are we going murdering meow?
There was some conveyance problems with the ore, but it's definitely running out on nothing.
You are out. Like, you are out of,
Because of my massive tracts of storage, I could fix a conveyance problem, and now it's filling from storage. So the existing thing is gonna keep up.
well, no, because you don't have any storage of iron. No, what are you talking about? Not iron ingots. I see you talking about something other than iron ingots.
There was some smelting that was not happening,
Oh, okay.
which is now happening.
I mean, that'd be good. I mean, obviously, if you can reduce the amount we're pulling from wherever we are pulling the iron ingots from, because I've no idea where that's coming from. Absolutely zero. Dora, why must you keep breaking my shit? No, there we go. Sped that up. A lot of Matty is still very low grade belts, and it is definitely hurting performance at some bits, like here. It's like Tesla just accidentally announced they're doing an app store for their cars. I will be looking at that.
Oh, you do that accidentally?
They haven't properly announced it yet, but it just got leaked before the big earnings call.
Oh. That's convenient.
It's kind of not. I see some great ideas for apps or games on their store now. Anybody got ideas? You get 10%. Like, no one's done that before, have they? Like, cars with apps that you can download and pay money for. That's never been done. Not necessarily saying it's a great idea. It's certainly an interesting idea. Wait, how is... Oh. Hold on. Does that get its... Maybe that's supposed to load off that line. Oh, it doesn't get any... Shark, I think you derped on your production of the motors here a very long time ago, and they've just never fixed it. You're loading in 2 sets of magnetic coils, but 0 plates. But
Yeah, I guess.
but somehow they do have some. They've got 1 plate, but they're not getting any more.
Yeah, I was rearranging. Like it's very dense on those. And it's like intricate on like different sides, like giving just enough room for the other side.
Yes, so you got sort of stats, which is quite cool. I mean, Mike, there already is a racing game there, but yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this. Wait, Jack, where the fuck are you?
Nearby the
Right, are you by the
orange
accumulators?
oil.
Right, can you see me?
I have some. Yeah,
I can't see you.
yeah. I do have accumulators.
I still can't see you, no matter what. Oh, now I need. Oh shit! Are you making steel on this planet? Yes, you are. Sounds about it. Good. Zebra, you can now integrate Discord with PlayStation. Specifically, what this means, and we need to be very careful about this. What it actually means is you can show people
That's
what you're
the
playing.
car.
No, you can show people what you're playing, and that's it. Oh.
You can't ping the car.
And what?
Like, be annoyed by Discord messages being directed at you.
Oh my god, I can't remember. That's the worst thing you've ever suggested, and just never ever suggest anything like that again, because someone will definitely do that. Like my car is my
There's
car.
gonna be so many at everyone
Oh,
pings that are gonna disturb Tesla drivers.
my car is my quiet place of peace, where the car does all the driving and I listen to podcasts, and I don't get any messages. I may slightly rearrange your North Pole, by the way, but just so the generation looks neat. I don't think I need to very much though. So I can do a nice circle. You require prisms. Oh, I can just do it automatically. Good. I can do it automatically and go away and do something else. Perfect. That's the only problem with kind of production worlds like this, which is that when you come along and you want to do it and you don't have all the resources, it's a bit of a pain. How am I going to make those? That's fine. So that will just do that, I say, forever, and I don't need to worry about it. And I can come back in a while and reap the fruits of my reward.
In Eve, it was like a whole mission type or a profession to be in distribution. Buy from trade hubs and then make it like a local market. Like sell in 15 different star systems.
Sorry, I did listen to what you said, but Zebra distracted me. So, interactive procedural music that's hooked up to what you're doing in the car, that's quite a fun idea.
When you drift the
No,
initial
no.
drift out in.
That's one of the interesting things actually about computer games versus real life. I have drifted in cars. Once you get about 2 degrees off of true, whoa, that feels terrifying. That's all you need before it's like, this is horrible. But the computer game, you know, you get to like 45 degrees or whatever. And it's the same thing with wheeling. I've wheelied a motorbike before. I've wheelied 2 motorbikes twice. And you feel like it's the most terrifying thing ever. But in reality, I got my front wheel about ½ an inch off the ground. And it feels horrible. So yeah, you would... so in a real car, you're actually just never drifting. But I did the interactive music system for Race Driver Grid, you see, and I had to hook in parameters like that. So that actually, I like that idea. That is kind of cool. I don't exactly know off the top of my head why I would want to do that, but if you can come up with the far app equivalent, there's money. There's definite money to be had. There's no more details. For example, can you do adverts in your program? No one. There's just no. There's just basically been an announcement that wasn't supposed to be, and everyone's gone. So it's going to release at the same time as the Cybertruck. But I want to find out how I get on board that ecosystem now.
When you revisit a location, it says you have been here before.
Well, I mean, I don't know. This is the thing. I want to find out about the ecosystem. For example, do I get access to the self-driving, the self-driving data? How fast you're going, where you are? Do I get access to the cameras? Could I actually look outside and see where you are? Do I get access to GPS stuff?
The factory has been dismantled. Ah.
It depends what you can get access on the API, but I could, for instance, tell you how many traffic cones you need. So it could just be nerd stats for Teslas, because one of the things that, ironically and weirdly, the Tesla's very, very good at is the self-driving hardware is really good at spotting traffic furniture. So it's really, really, really good at traffic cones and things like that. Esme, I don't think we'll be going that much longer. I am quite a tired bunny. Right, why can't I upgrade to... Upgrade? Upgrade by one? There we go. Tomorrow's Sunday, so tomorrow should be Wreckfest. So again, totally open to anyone. If you have Wreckfest, it is an open server, and honestly, the more the merrier on that game. Right, so that should be producing each of those. So now I can hopefully make some more. Not because we haven't got any of those super magnetic rings, but hopefully, because I've been over there. Yeah. This road is a lot neater than Dora because we didn't have to start up and you just had tons of room. What is our power? As we can't tell from there, can we? We can only tell by clicking on the not accumulators, energy exchangers. Okay, we're flat out, so that's good. At least at this point in the day. That's the important thing, is because we are running on some sort of day-night.
I don't think it has any light-sensitive parts.
What? Yeah, it does.
It should be all wind.
Are you joking? Have you seen what I've done at your...
I have not seen your contribution.
Well, my contribution, me old mucker, is what's saved this planet. I've put it all the way around the pole now, or I will have soon. So in theory, because there's no like angle of incidence where there should be, they should hopefully generate a lot of power all the time. That's why I said I might need to slightly rearrange. I just need enough room to go all the way around. And some of your wind turbines are in the way, but I'll put them back in the middle in a bit. I think I'm beginning to run out of.
Is that the planet that's inside of the sphere?
Yes, it is. Oh, no. Yes, no. I don't know. Sorry, you've distracted me with your thought. No, it's outside the sphere. Now, in theory, I feel personally that this planet can always see the sphere. But I don't think it works like that. I think it just says, "Can I see the sun?" Not "Can I see the sphere?" Because there is no way, if you look at
gotcha.
If you look at the size of the sphere compared to here, there is no way these things cannot always see the sphere. But we are a continuous. Oh, I can check. Maybe we are. But this is because they have simplified their. Actually, no. Continuous. We are 100% continuous receiving, so possibly it can always see a bit of the sphere.
Oh wow! I've never seen one get to that.
Get to 100. I usually only see them on tidal lock planets. And that's why I usually build my I built on my single player game. I had a tidal lock planet, so I just built them all facing there. Okay. Fuck that off. Let's go get some more prisms. That'd be a nice little, say, crown of thorns for the planet. Then I shall head to bed. So yeah, tomorrow we're going to do breakfast. So bring your aggression, and I'm just going to sort of say anyone who wants to join in, you're always welcome. It is definitely one of our community games. Whereas this, on the other hand, I can't imagine if we opened it. Actually, I can. I've seen public Fortress Craft servers. I know exactly how it would go. Not well.
It would go like a public Minecraft server.
To be fair, the Fortress Craft ones usually go quite well until we get charge explosive, and then not so well. So yeah, I guess much like a public Minecraft server.
People can be creepy.
More explodey.
Creepers explode. Yeah, that's logistic vessels being set up to be automated. And I guess that's one last action.
Wow, I mentioned earlier about the be it very pro and anti Tesla. People are angry that Tesla don't let crash cars onto the supercharger network, and I'm like, so Tesla have banned cars that have been in a car accident, and in the equivalent in the UK, be a Cat A, Cat B, Cat C, Cat D write-off from the supercharger network, because obviously the batteries could be compromised. So the Teslas will charge at 350 kilowatts. That's the peak, 350,000 watts. And people are angry because they won't let possibly knackered vehicles onto the network. And then you get this. Sometimes people like it's like Nickelback's other example. Everyone hates Nickelback, but they have an awful lot of fucking albums. There's an awful lot of people who don't hate Nickelback. I know the internet hates Nickelback, but in reality, quite a lot of people like Nickelback, and you get the same sort of thing with currently hating on Elon Musk is the cool thing to do, so everyone is, and then they'll get bored and start to complain about something else at some point on that circuit boards. But it's weird because said I have very little opinion. I just I like the facts, and in this case I do have a bit of opinion, which is actually I don't think you should allow cars that have been crashed onto. It's not even high voltage, is it? Is it like ultra high voltage? I don't know what I don't know what point you consider something high voltage. I don't know what point you consider something super high or ultra high voltage. Tad might know. I guess that's.
Wouldn't it be high current?
Yes, you're right. Actually, it's high voltage as well. I think it's 350, but it's not like 20,000 volts or anything. Oh man, I'm so close. The thing is, Mike, you're driving around your car, that's fine. But you're not then plugging it into somebody else's network. Now, if petrol stations could say, could we not allow any vehicles that are potentially going to catch fire into their petrol station, they damn well would. Tesla actually have the ability to do that, and I think that's pretty sensible. I feel there should perhaps be a way to say to Tesla, I'd like a safety check done on the battery that you pay for, and they go, yes, it's fine, or like, fuck, are you getting back on it? But
why I can't refuel my flaming car?
Well, why am I not allowed to refuel my car that's literally leaking fuel out the fuel tank right now? Oh, that was an impressive fail bounce. Okay, I'm just going to finish off the ring, and to do that I need it's that weird bit you land on a planet, just sort of repositioning where the fuck I'm looking. What am I looking at? Where am I? Oh, here we go. Right where I am. But yeah, the thing is, Mike, it's not your supercharger. You are taking your car and plugging it into a somebody else's high current. Thank you, VSB. High current network. Holy shit, we got through all the antimatter. Wow. Plug it in someone else's high current network who know that your car has been crashed and get the opportunity to go, the fuck you do. Which, it's a fairly sensible thing. My point is, it's not like something bizarrely outrageous to doing. They're just saying, look, if your car's been written off, you don't get to plug it in anymore. Sorry. And I suspect if again, instead of writing angry articles on the internet, if you actually just went and chatted with Tesla and said, hey, I'd like to get this fixed, and we'd like to do that. I'd like you to get a full inspection of the high voltage thing. They're not going to go, no. They'll probably go, yeah, right, but you are potentially asking for a new battery pack, which is the expensive part of an electric car. Yeah, but you don't know what damage has been sustained by the battery. You don't know if it's cracked or it's been intruded upon. And if you're buying stuff from salvage, I don't give a shit. Okay, so we have got, whoops, a daisy. We have got 3,800 whites. Yeah. Actually, I can do that. I know you're excited about the artificial stars, Mia, but we do not have the antimatter. We've basically burned through 2. I don't know how much is in each of these. So look, we got 12 times 600.
Yeah, but being able to do that, it would be incentive for me to go out and make more.
Yeah, we've burned through 7,500 antimatter. Yeah. Oh, no, this is the thing, Mike. They're not even checking. They're just saying your car has been in a not fatal accident. It's been written off. No, you're not going on a supercharged network. As I said, there's no current ability to appeal this, which I agree is a problem. I think you should be able to, but I don't think it's in the slightest bit sensible to start saying, oh, the thing is, it was phrased as Tesla will ban you from the supercharged network for modifying your car. And I'm like, that is true, but you have to do major modifications. For example, enabling software features you aren't licensed for. And then someone goes, oh, tell me I can't do what with my own vehicle. I'm like, hey, dude, you haven't bought a vehicle in about 15 years, have you? Because that ship has sailed a long time ago. And you are now...
What, working on your own vehicle?
No, it's not working on a vehicle. The concept... So what happens is it's cheaper for the car manufacturer to make one version of the car, let's say one with heated seats, one without. That's 2 versions of the car, or send heated seats out to everyone, which means it's cheaper, and then sell you a software upgrade to enable a piece of hardware. It means the manufacturer is saving money. They can sell you the car cheaper. Everybody wins. But you've got the same sort of, and I'll say entitlement, because I'm being a little bit diggy, that software people have. Because, I mean, there was the Street Fighter thing when people were very upset that on the Street Fighter 4 disc, on the physical hardware, were all the characters. Therefore, they should be able to play all the characters. And Konami like, no. Capcom like, no, because you haven't bought them. But I've got the software, I bought the disc. It's like, yeah, but we haven't sold you that. You are paying a license for a thing because that's how it works. And in this case, Capcom said, well, the reason you're supplying you with all of the characters is so if you play against someone who has bought it, you don't have to download it. And same thing with cars. It's cheaper and more profitable for the car manufacturer to sell you a car with hardware in it that you cannot access than to make multiple cars. And in theory, it means that the cars are cheaper. In practice, as we're all aware, it just means the car manufacturers make more money. As I said, Tesla only do 3 models of car, slow, medium and fast, 2 colours of interior, the end. If you buy the base model, and this is brilliant, you don't get the premium interior lighting. You get a little footwell light and little door lights. But you do, because when you start the car up, the lights turn on, and then it checks what your license is and then probably turns them off again. So they're there, they're hooked up, but they are a premium feature. And this is the nature of car manufacturing. BMW don't do this. BMW, you customize your car to the nth degree. It's no fucking cheaper. Whether or not you physically got the hardware is irrelevant. You can't use it unless you paid for it. Unfortunately, you are in the situation where, as I said, you can shout against the... you can be King Canute shouting against the ocean all you like. It ain't changing. It's here. It would require an enormous shift for that to actually change. Well, Mike, you see, the thing is, what Tesla can do is Tesla can ban you from the supercharger network if they detect you doing it. And people get pissed about that. Trust me, if BMW could ban you, they fucking well would. They just don't have any ability to. But it's the same thing, yeah, so with software. Just because I've got the software, I've got the physical software does not mean I'm allowed to use it by any means. It just means I've got the disc. It doesn't mean I stole the disc. It doesn't mean it's mine to use.
Is there like thing on what the data that I don't have license is doing in my CDs or in my discs?
Yeah, I mean, BMW had a thing a few years ago where their Mini, the only difference between the lowest spec Mini and the high spec Mini was a software upgrade. So you could buy the cheapest Mini and then chip it up to be the same performance as the highest one. BMW were very pissed. Could they do anything about it? Could they fuck? I think they got better encryption after that little debacle, though.
So that people don't find out when it repeats.
What? Sorry? Repeats.
What did the lack of encryption?
The lack of encryption meant that you could patch the car's ECU without BMW's approval.
So get the more expensive car.
Yeah, so
They downloaded a car!
You wouldn't allow a car? Yes, you fucking would. Mike, speaking as a software engineer of I don't know how many years, and also having dealt with a lot of hardware and also having dealt with a lot of cars, I assure you, I would definitely not be surprised what goes across the canvas. I'd be amused, maybe. I have been following the new wireless CAN bus stuff because I think it's fascinating. But I used to work in an industry that did voice recording. So these, when you ring up a phone, a company, it goes, your call may be recorded because it's important to us, blah, blah, blah. We wrote the hardware and software behind the scenes. We didn't run on, so this was some years ago, we didn't run on Linux. Linux was a unusable pile of shite. We ran on DOS. Max will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was DOS 4. We had the source code to DOS 4. We could compile our own version of DOS 4. 4, not 3.33, not 5, 4. So we compile our own version of DOS 4 with a flip to make the file system bigger. Yeah, I mean, it's that sort of level of horror that we were doing just in order to sell shit. So having, what was that? Oh yeah, I got a Fleer, which I loved. It's brilliant. And the software is so bad. It's obviously software written by a hardware company. It's awful. Like if you tab away from the app, when you come back, it needs to reboot the Fleer, which takes about 20 seconds. And it's like, why are you doing this? And this is why I very rapidly fell in love with Tesla, because they're obviously a software company who happen to make hardware, and quite frankly, cars aren't that fucking hard to make these days. And you can tell, so you go on the Honda E forums, which I did because I was thinking about getting a Honda E, and again, that's very obviously a hardware manufacturer making software, and apparently people aren't upgrading their phones because the app will stop working. It's that sort of level of flaky horror. So, and BMW seem to just, actively begrudge the fact they have to write software these days. Yeah, Fleer thermal camera. I got the Fleer Pro 1. Obviously, modern, new iPhones don't have Lightning anymore. And new, the other one, Android phones don't have USB micro anymore. So the micro and Lightning versions of the Fleer are on massive discount sales because they know they're about to not be able to get rid of them. It can't still run on DOS 5, surely not. This thing, Airtel, because it worked, there was no reason to ever upgrade. But we were... Yeah, the hardware and the software and the hackery and the awfulness was just so cool there. Oh, yeah, it was a long time ago. I'd say they got better, I've no idea. Oh, I think I'm out of silicon. I think that's the end of my... Oh no, there's 9 million silicon on here. Okay, there must be silicon somewhere then. Oh, it's right here.
There's quite a lot of silicon products there.
There is 10 million silicon, yes. Oh no, Mike, I don't. When I say that can't be true, I don't doubt you. More of a, oh god, really? Rather than you are lying. Hence why you telling me what goes across the CRAN bus. I'm not at all surprised. Not a little bit. Remember, I've got a smart roadster, and a smart roadster is from the era before the blockchain exemption, but after the invention of hardware, like software like computers in cars. So it's the worst of all worlds. So in my particular case, the horn and flappy paddles don't work on my car. And we actually did some research to work out why, checking connections, blah, 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 blah. The horn is not connected to the computer in the car. So it doesn't, it's not like an old car, like my Impreza, where you press the horn, you close a relay, the horn circuit closes, the horn goes. No. In this one, you have to ask the computer to do the horn. But you don't ask the computer directly. You ask the clocks, the speedo. So the speedo asks the computer to beat the horn, and the clock CPU has gone wrong. Like the part of the clock CPU that tells the main CPU to close the relay to beat the horn has gone. Yeah. So these are in darts. I think, by the way, because of the position, I think we're 100% power generation here. So this is sweet. We are now pulling in. Wow. So Schalke, we're now pulling in slightly more than a third of our power. So we have a shit ton of power available from the Dyson sphere. And we are... Can I tell how much we're overproducing by? I guess I can't. Excuse me, there's nothing Goldberg-esque about it. That is beautiful, symmetrical. Look at that. That's wonderful. All of Schalke's shit, not so much. My stuff, look at that. Beautiful. Well, I'm going to fly back to Dora World then. I have fixed the power issue. And tomorrow we're doing Wreckfest, as I keep mentioning. Please come along and join so I can ram you. And hopefully Max will fix
coming
something.
to Dora Star.
Okay, hopefully Max will fix some of the other issues as well, continually, that we're getting with the game. Oh, the car horn. Oh, it's awful. It's awful. But so instead of it just being a trivial and simple relay, it is a complex system between 3 sets of computers. Because modern cars have wireless CAN bus, don't they? So, which is not something I've actually got to fiddle with yet. So your indicators, they have power, but they're not actually. They don't actually hook up to the computer via wires. Because power is easier to run everywhere. It's very simple. And then the indicators indicate when told to by the wireless CAN bus, which seems like a cool idea. But I begin to wonder quite quickly, does this not potentially mean like remote attacks, or your car's in a big EMP field, so like the indicators stop working? And yeah. We're just going to wait for Sharpie to get back, and then that will be it for this evening. You don't understand why... Why what? I take it back, we're still not producing anywhere near enough greens. Yeah, we have no... I just hit research and we have no greens backed up at all. Plenty of whites, well... Well, no, it's been simplified... It's complicated in the sense that modern CAN bus is using high-tech hardware, but it's been simplified in the fact that you don't need to run data cables to every single part of the car. So you don't need to run, if you've got 8 indicators in the car, you don't need to run from the indicating mechanism 8 sets of wires. You just have a power ring going all the way around the car, and then you can just, oh, we're out of graviton lenses.
Should I stop, like not in Dora World, but some other planet?
Yeah, go on. Make things slightly easier. We're out of graviton lenses, by the way, but I don't remember the fuck they're made. Oh, they're made over by the spaceship launching place, aren't they?
Yeah, near the deuterium production. There should be a lot more, and there they are. There's some white blue pants on button.
How can you... Oh, okay, interesting. I'm quite I did... So I've got I know of a number of TPMS systems, but I thought they were all Bluetooth. I didn't realise they were RFID, some of them. Chuck, I can't remember where we make graviton lenses. Do you have any idea?
Deuterium production, south side.
I just want to check on that before we finish, so I don't remember. Oh yeah, there we go. We are backed up. Oh my goodness, we don't have enough diamonds. Is this more of a proof of concept attack though? Like, I'm assuming within the CAN bus it is encrypted. There is a key of some description. You know, I hope. Yeah, we basically sped up everything else, so this is just now struggling, and I have got... Oh, I might have foundations. Wow, that's awful. Yeah, but Jay, you're missing the point. It's not the indicators, it's everything. You no longer need to run wires all the way through the car to do stuff. It all is wireless. So you don't... It is higher technology, but much simpler. Instead of running a whole bunch of wires everywhere, you are running a whole bunch of wires, but they're just you know, whatever it is, 12 volts, 5 volts. It requires a more complicated technology stack, but when you have that technology stack, it's actually a lot easier. If the CPU goes down for that system, well, nothing, because you're just replacing an indicator. Like, you're just replacing the little bit of the cap. I mean, cheap. I mean, not as cheap as replacing an indicator, but it's not the indicator that's gone. But you're talking about a 25-cent Bluetooth thing. Bear in mind, I mean, just take Tesla for the sake of argument, there's like... Oh, actually, I should probably look it up. How many motors in a Model 3? And I do mean like seat, steering wheel... it's going to be very hard to look up. I mean, there's something like 40 or 50 motors in the Tesla. I mean, you've got 4 for the steering wheel, about 6 for each seat. You've got the ones for the wing mirrors, and you've got loads of them. But think about wing mirrors. You run power out to the wing mirrors, but you don't need... So you just run 2 cables out to the wing mirrors. 2. And then you have a circuit to engage the defrosting of the wing mirrors, and you have a circuit to engage the motors. But it means you don't have to run 2 wires per motor and 2 wires to control the heating and the power for the heating. You just run 2 wires out to the wing mirror. Mike, feel free to message me on Discord if you want to say publicly. I'm curious. Who do you work for? What do you do? Or what? Yes. But this is my point, Mike. It's making it simpler to.
Who do you work for?
Not hire. Tell me who does number 1 work for? Yeah, my point is that is an example of where it's making it a shit ton easier to have a system. You're talking about 1 wire, not lots of wires. And if you've ever looked at the clusterfuck of wires that goes through the grommet to the door, certainly on a modern car, you begin to understand why you might want to do that. Indicators is not a good example. My point is, it's a light, so it needs power, but it also needs control. But it means you can get rid of the control wires. Right, I think I'm just about done, Shaka. It's a good place to spot.
It is a good place to start.
Cool. Well, hopefully our yeah, we're 8,200 off. So yeah, we need to sort out the production of greens more than anything else. I think we also got through most of our production of antimatter. So we have a few things next time. Hopefully, we can get Izmir in. Dora World is slowly getting tidied up. It's slow, but it's getting there. Once the hold on, I'll just quick look at the carbon nanotubes. I think that's now a done deal. It is. Why is it really not? I mean, it's better. We're now making. Every time I get that wrong. Like another 50 a minute or something like that. But this could be extended. Certainly if I've got some soil. My limiting factor was lack of soil sometimes. Can I do that? That's the last thing. Yes. That's very interesting, Mike. Thank you. I can understand why you are concerned and interested about vehicle security. As a Tesla, and of course, vehicle security is basically irrelevant. Oh no! Someone stole my car. Stop car. Lock doors. Get address. Notify police.
Attacker can try to disable those systems.
You can't. You can't. There's no way. You can't. It's literally you can't. The only thing you could do is to drive the car into a Faraday cage. Like, that's it. As far as I know, and Mike can probably correct me more than anybody else, there's only ever been one Tesla stolen, and they dragged it into the back of a shielded lorry. That Tesla was getting stolen no matter what. But there's very little you can do with it because you're then onto an extremely encrypted ecosystem within the car, which is good. Anyway, fascinating chat. But yeah, you're all, of course, invited along to tomorrow's Wreckfest. Always a good laugh. I expect we'll be back with DSP on Monday. Hopefully we have some more patches, and we will continue to tidy up. I'm continually deleting knackered crafting machines and just conveyor runs that no longer do anything. So hopefully we'll get it back under your threshold of knackered. Or, you know, let's fix it. So yeah, I will save that. Much as I just want to continue to play the game forever, as I do, because it's great. Highly recommended. 10 out of 10. Would Dyson... No, I'm going to give this game a 3 out of 10 because it's not multiplayer. I think that's fair. Right, I will see y'all